All right, looks like I think we are live. Oh my goodness, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I think my voice is a little bit too loud. Hold up, give me a second. What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. We had a little Easter break. I am refreshed. I am rejuvenated. I am ready to go. I am ready to get in to the Nintendo Switch pre-order. We got pre-orders, we got the full guide, we got everything we're gonna talk about tonight. We're gonna talk about a bunch of new information on Nintendo Switch 2, new stuff popping. We're gonna talk about DLSS. No, we're not gonna talk too much about that, but we're gonna talk about a lot of different stuff here, man. I am so excited to be back. You know, I thought about streaming from my vacation, but then I'm like, it's not really a vacation with my family if I stream. If I stream and I work, I didn't do any work. Like, anything that you guys saw over the last 3 days was stuff that I already had done, and I just set it to go. But I didn't do anything. I was in Beverly Hills. I was there Easter Sunday. We spent Sunday. I was in Los Angeles. I had a good time with my family, my son and my wife. We just hung out, man. We just hung out. Like I said, we enjoyed the scenery. We enjoyed the food. We enjoyed everything. We just chilled out. Like I said, vibed out. Had a nice hotel. I wasn't the nicest, but it was okay. It was good enough. And yeah, I had a good drive. It was good. It was just a good time to just, like I said, refresh, you know, lock in, get ready to come back. And I'm more motivated than ever right now, man. Like, it was just good to get away for like a few days. Had a lot of people like freaking trolling me on Twitter and stuff. So it came at a really good time. Like, my B-Day was good. We celebrated my B-Day over there too as well. You know, I got a nice dinner. My wife got me a nice dinner. And yeah, we went to this nice like Thai place. It was really good. I got like purple rice. I've never had purple rice before, but the rice was purple. Purple rice and like a whole chicken. It wasn't like regular chicken, like when you go to the like whatever, like when you go to like a fast food place or whatever. It was like a whole actual chicken, like a little small chicken inside of like a bowl. It was crazy. So purple rice and a big old like actual chicken. They said barbecue chicken. It didn't taste like barbecue. It tasted just like some seasoned chicken. But yeah, and it shredded apart. It definitely wasn't barbecued. It was boiled. So I don't know what's going on there. But either way, I had a good time, man. It was a good time. And I enjoyed myself, man. I enjoyed myself. So yeah. Like I said, I didn't do any work. I played Xenoblade, but only when my wife and my kid were asleep. So I just hung out, man. It was a good time, man. Beverly Hills can be fun. It can be really fun. So it's all woo. It's there's hills. There's hills for sure in Beverly Hills. It makes sense. So I had a good time in LA. Back ready to go. Like I said, ready to lock in and get started here with these Switch 2 pre-orders. So let's get into the shout outs. So if you're here in the chat, make sure you say what up. I'll say hi to everybody here, and I'll answer questions too, like pre-order questions and all that. I'll be taking those as well. Dior is here. What's up, Dior? Party Man Cart. What's up, Party Man? B Queen. Caitlin and Justin. Yo, let's go.
As soon as I pre-order this thing, I'm taking a break from all this nonsense.
Bro, yeah, I had to take my break. I took my break. I thought about maybe waiting till after pre-orders, but I was like, nah, let's just go now. Let me just get it done, then I can come back to the pre-order craziness, you know. So yeah, take a little break. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you for the $3. You know the Hokage Stream Ninja. Hey, let's go. Thank you guys for your support so far. Also, shout out to my man Dior with the 49 months. Let's go, Dior. 49 months. Let's get it. Caitlin and Justin, thank you for the support. Appreciate the big $3 dono. Anybody that's $3 or more, you can tie up or pass up my man Caitlin and Justin. Also, make sure you get your requests in for music tonight. If you drop a dono, get your request in. If you forget, just let one of the mods know in the chat, or if you are a mod, obviously, just let me know, and I will play it for you. If you drop a dono, doesn't matter the amount. Shout outs, guys. Justin, if you want something, let me know. I got you. Thank you for the support. Party Man 16K man, what's up 16K man? Rob Navarro, what's up Rob? Just another artist. Christopher Lenton, Monolith Soft Ninja, 777 OG, Double OG. What's good, man? Welcome. General Zamora, what's up, General? Cyber Fox says we are ready for MK World, yes sir. William V, what's up, William? Green Ninja, Jeffrey Tucker is here. What's up, Jeffrey? El Realist, King Cagni. So today is Oblivion. Yeah, Oblivion launched today. Shadow dropped today out of nowhere. So So yeah, shout outs to the team over there at Bethesda and Virtuos, and hope they had a good launch. Whoever's playing Oblivion, let me know in the chat. Good question, but I feel like a lot of people aren't really mentioning. I mentioned it on Twitter. I mentioned it here too. Yeah, go ahead, Rob. You're good. Go ahead and let me know what you're talking about. Epic Globster, what's good, man? Welcome. Zen G, what's up, Zen G? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Dior Bluncy, King Cagney, let's go. CBH for God, Volcanic SF, Kevin Lewis. Gotten a rare W from Bethesda. Okay. $50 standard, all expenses, base game. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a lot of game. That's a lot of game for the money. Good value, right? Good value. Cowabunga, you gotta say Cowabunga, dude. That's like the Ninja Turtles. Cowabunga, dude. Pre-orders, let's go. Yes, sir. Pre-orders tomorrow, 9 p.m. PT, 12 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna be streaming right here, getting you guys locked in, ready to go for pre-orders. Really excited about that. Chuckabo PR, what's up, Chuckabo PR? Thank you for the 14 months. Going on to 2 years, or no, sorry, going on 2 years. Got 1 year finished, and then now you're going on your 2 year. Let's go. Gaming Manor, what's up, man? WH Asian, what's up, bro? Welcome to the stream. Shout outs. Imagine the rage when Switch 2 gets Oblivion remake. I don't think there's gonna be any rage when Switch 2 gets a late port of Oblivion. To be honest, I don't think there's really gonna be much rage. Is broke like Bethesda? It's broke like all Bethesda games. Is the remake broke? Is it really broke? Is it already like glitching out? Is it problems already? Really? Let's see here. I'm starting to think I may be screwed because I don't have anyone doing store pre-orders. Where do you, don't mention the city that you live in, but what state or what country are you in, Orlando Ramos? Yep, NPCs are freezing. Well, it wouldn't be a Bethesda launch without it actually not working, so that's actually on par, right? 3 days till Expedition? Yes, 3 days. Pretty much 2 days till Expedition, right? 24th. Tomorrow you'll be able to download. I think it's the 24th for the game, so it's actually 2 days, not even 3, 2 days. Tomorrow for many people if you get it digitally, or if there's a midnight launch somewhere. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream, Mr. Davis. Hey, what's up? Urkel7 says, no, it's fine. All right, so just like typical Bethesda fashion, it works for some people and doesn't work for others. That's actually on par for Bethesda. Oh, I went through Skyrim, there was no glitches. I went through Skyrim, there's a million glitches. Cyberfox, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the GOAT compliment. Let's go. I try. I don't think I'm the GOAT, but, you know, I'll try to do my best. Bethesda fans accustomed to the jank? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Are the pre-orders tomorrow? They're tomorrow, technically. 9 o'clock p.m. PT. So if you're in the PT time zone or if you're in the Central time zone, it's actually tomorrow. But if you're in the ET time zone, then it's 12 midnight. So they technically start tomorrow for pretty much everyone. So tomorrow, pretty much, because it's going to be midnight for East Coast, but it's going to be for West Coast and Central. It's going to be tomorrow, Wednesday. Let's see here. Gonna pre-order tomorrow, and not be on Twitter for a while, low-key. You're gonna be off Twitter. It's good to be off Twitter anyway. It was good. I limited my Twitter time too when I was out. I like I said, I really just enjoyed myself hanging out in the hotel. The people at the Marriott that I went to were super nice. It was very, very welcoming, very, very nice Marriott in Beverly Hills. So yeah, I enjoyed myself and I thought it was good. We were there on Easter Sunday too, so it was cool. It was pretty empty. It picked up a little bit later, but it was pretty empty. So yeah, I enjoyed myself. I was just off Twitter as well, man. I was just off Twitter. I was just chilling. So yeah, I had a couple of you guys DM me, see if I'm okay. I'm okay. Everything's good. So yeah, what's up, Sis? Welcome. What's up, Figure Drawing? Ripped Nintendo hate tubers. After the pre-order sales go through the roof, they got their clicks. Now they can go cry about something else. Oh, don't worry, the clicks they're going to be doing more.
As long as you try pre-ordering right at midnight, you should have little issue?
I'm not going to say that you're going to have little issue. But I think that because of the price of the system and the allocation that they have, I think there will be a lot of them. So I don't know if it'll be smooth for everyone. But I mean, if you're right there at midnight, ready to go, you know, you got everything, like I said, set up, then I think you should be okay. I think you should be solid, Justin. I think you should be. And I'll be streaming, so Best Buy's a good place. There's Target, Walmart, lots of places are doing it, so. Yo, David B with the... Lucky 7.
Sup OJ?
What's up?
How's your day today?
Good.
Pretty excited for Expedition 33 and the Switch 2 pre-orders.
Me too.
Can you play 3 Houses as Fierce as Fire?
Yeah, I can definitely play that for you. Thank you so much for the $7.77. You were gonna be the Hokage and Stream Ninja, but my man Rob Navarro comes in with the $10, $9.99, and says, do we have any reason to be concerned about pre-order allocations for retailers, like cancellations at launch or not enough to fulfill, like the PS5 and Pro orders were being canceled? There's always worry about potentially that happening, but I'm guessing that because of how long it's taken, Rob, there really isn't going to be too much. Like, if you get a pre-order secured, I doubt it will be canceled. Like, I highly doubt it will be canceled. And they're going to have more than what the PS5 had. Remember, the PS5 launched in the pandemic. So since it launched in the pandemic, that means, and the chip shortage, there was a pandemic and a chip shortage. So that's the reason why there was such limited sales. You know, the Switch 2 is not launching in a pandemic or a chip shortage. We got crazy tariffs, but those are not necessarily affecting the launch allocation of the Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo should have a lot of them ready to go. So we should be okay if you're right there at launch and you have all the different Target, Walmart, Best Buy, games, like you have everywhere open. You should be ready. You should be good to go. You should be good. Thank you so much, Rob Navarro. You're now the Hokage and Stream Ninja. Thank you so much, guys. Let me get this totaled up here so we can get the right combo count. I think Justin did another 3. And then also my man David, thank you so much for that 7. Appreciate that. That's 13. And then my man Rob came in with the 10 as well, so the 23. And then, of course, Yoshi comes through with that as well. The combos, we out here hitting the combo breaker with the 28. And, of course, you guys know the first overclock. Let's get that in, too.
Overclock Buster! Overclock Buster!
Hit that overclock. Let's go. Thank you guys so much. 15 minutes extended on tonight's stream. Next one up at 30. Also, my man Yoshi with the $5 says, number EX Xenoblade X, please. Sup OG. Sup OG. Hey, what up, bro? What up, baby? What up, baby? Yoshi from down under Tasmania. Let's go, Yoshi. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for the support, man. Appreciate you. Let's go. Long time Aussie viewer. My man Yoshi. What's good, baby? Good to see you here, brother. Good to see you here. Welcome to everybody here. Thank you, guys. Like I said, I feel rejuvenated. I feel ready to go, man. I was so excited to get back and stream for you guys. That video that you guys saw today, that wasn't already ready. I actually came back from driving for two plus hours and literally, you know, got my wife and my kids settled down here at home and everything. And I went, boom, I went straight to record. I went right back to work. So I was excited. Yo, big love to Shaw X with the big $20 says, overclock, mother of all, surprise, mother of all. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. 48 on the board, the 45-minute extension. Hey, yo, let's go. Let's get some music playing, though. Let's get some music playing here. We got Fierce, 3 houses. 3 houses, Fierce as Fire. Fierce as Fire. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. David V. Shaw X. You're now the new Hokage and Stream Ninja. Let's go. Double JoJo in the house, too. Up to 3 JoJos. JoJos, let's go, baby. Thank you guys so much, man. Appreciate that. Anybody does 20 or more, you good, my man? Shaw X, the Fiber Man. I haven't called you that in a while, huh, Shaw X? Let's go. Fiber Man in the house. Shaw X, what's up, baby? Good to see you here, like always. Like a lot of people haven't thought about that specifically. Yeah. It was a whole different atmosphere back then, though, Rob. It was a whole different atmosphere. You know, the chip shortage, the pandemic. We're not in a chip shortage in a pandemic. We're in a tariff war, trade war, and we're in a trade war. That's really the only biggest issue right now. We have one person that's doing it. The government's enacting a trade war on the rest of the world right now. So that's really what we're dealing with right now. That's about it. Other stuff too, obviously. Inflation's crazy, but inflation's been bad since 2020, so because of the pandemic. Yes, and we're gonna get that Xenoblade music for you as well, Yoshi. I got you, brother. Let's see. I'm going for that Switch 2 and Pro Controller bundle at Best Buy. Oh yeah, I think if you do some of the bundles, those higher price bundles will be available to purchase. So yeah, those higher price bundles should be available to purchase. Yeah. If you get one of those higher price ones, because people aren't gonna buy those as much. Everyone's just really gonna be going for like the Mario Kart bundle. I think Mario Kart's gonna be like the big one. No, it's all good, sis. Appreciate you coming out. Huddy says, I don't know, man. I'm expecting to see Preorder sell out real fast, regardless, due to the demand being too high. But I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm gonna be ready for sure. No, don't get me wrong. Preorders are gonna sell out. Like, pre-orders are gonna sell out, but what I'm saying is that there should be a lot of them. Like, with the PS5, it was like there was not enough units. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't know if it's gonna meet demand, but there should be significantly more. Let me give you guys an example. In France, which obviously isn't gonna get anywhere near as much as the US, they said that they have historically high numbers. Historic. Like, we're not talking just like, oh, good for. Historically high, like to be exact. And I'll get that dono and I'll get that membership in just a bit. Thank you so much, Sean. I appreciate that. I'll give you guys, if you missed my video today, it says French retailer Fnac says Nintendo Switch 2 hardware sales at historic levels. So Nintendo, like, in order for it to be at historic levels, you have to have a historic allocation, right? You can't have a dookie allocation and then like let's say if you have 25 units and you sell through all 25, that is not historic levels. But if you have 170 units and you burn through all of those and then you got more people coming in, that's historic, right? So let's say they put in an order of 150. Nintendo said, we got you for 150. Let's say they said, oh, we need another 100. Nintendo says, we got you another 100. That's historic levels. Like, per a retailer, if you're seeing, you know, it rack up, that is historic levels. And that's what we're seeing right now in France. Now, France is Nintendo land, so you got to also keep that in mind. It might not be like that like Australia, right? The prices are way higher in Australia, so you're not going to see that type of allocation. Australia is also the tariffs and like the importing fees are crazy because Australia is a isolated island out in the kind of the middle of nowhere. But like, if you're talking about like mainland here in the U.S., you're talking about Japan, you're talking about the U.S., you're going to see really high sales numbers. You know, like, listen, I get the and I'll get to the donos in just a bit. I get the complaints and stuff like that. I've had people come after me all day saying you're a bootlicker and all this because I'm saying the truth. Here's the truth. The truth of the matter is nobody gives a damn about all these people ranting and raving online. Online is one thing, and I get it. I sympathize with those people. I sympathize like with the price and all that. But there have been people that have been waiting a very long time, and they are not going to let some weirdo in a banana suit or people that sit here and talk all day that don't even like Nintendo. They're not going to let you guys influence what they buy. So it's funny to see people get super angry and salty when someone's excited or when someone thinks, hey, I'm going to buy this anyway, and they start yelling at them, and the people are just like, well, I'm going to buy whatever I want. It's my money. I'll do what I want with it. Like, you worry about yourself, I'll worry about myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's essentially what's going down here. Regardless if you want to take the fanboying, take all this, at the end of the day, people are going to buy what they want to buy. The market will decide what the market decides, and it's always been that way. The market will decide if it's overpriced. The market will decide if it's worth it. And if you don't like that, then that's just what it is. You know, like, it is what it is. That's it. All right. Let's see here. Shout outs to my man, Shaw X. Thank you. Rob Navarro. Thank you for the $4.99. This is, by the way, love your content. I'm a new viewer. Happy to be here. And I'm happy to have you, Rob. Thank you for your support, brother. Thank you. We welcome you with open arms. Thank you for watching my channel. And we appreciate you being out here, man. Thank you for the 5 as well. Big love. Also, Sean, thank you for the gifted membership, brother. Appreciate that as well, dude. Thank you so much. Let's get those up on the board. Shout out to my man, Rob Navarro. Appreciate you. Ask away. If you guys have more questions, feel free to ask away. Let it rip. We out here with this guide, so if you have any questions, and I'm sorry if I missed anybody's comments as I went on a little mini rant. Appreciate that. Let's see here. I never had a Pro Controller. Do you think the Pro Controller 2 is worth the investment, or should I hold off and wait and see? If you're okay with Joy-Cons, then it's not really... You can just roll with the Joy-Cons with the grip. Like, I think you have small hands, Ava, so you should be okay with the Joy-Cons. And then if you need an extra controller, maybe you go from there. What's up, Nick93? Welcome. What's the banana suit reference? It's when some guy in a banana suit got really pissed off at me because I made a video saying I sold my Steam Deck for a Switch 2, and you know, he thinks that everybody should hate the Switch 2 as much as he hates the Switch 2, and like, how dare you, you know, how dare you be an adult and spend your money and sell what you want to sell towards something else, you bootlicker. It's like, wait, what? It made no sense. It makes zero sense when you think about it. It makes no sense. But you know, when people, like I said, when people are upset that like they don't like something, and that's the only way that they can actually make money is, you know, being angry about something, because they ain't gonna make no money off of actually enjoying the games. They don't play nothing. So you got to find another way to make money, and that's one way to make money. You know, just being a complete jackass. Let's see here. Is it better to go with the better to order the Switch 2 than to pay to order the games and controllers and pay those. What does that mean? Better to order the Switch 2 and pay then order the games and yeah, I don't know what that means. 777. I remember the Activision boycott or the Pokemon backlash or the Hogwarts Legacy boycotts. I wonder how those went. Exactly. How'd those go? People don't care. If you like Hogwarts, you're gonna buy the game or you're gonna play the game. I wish Best Buy had the Mario Kart bundle with the Pro Controller, so I don't have to buy it separately. Since it's supposed to be extremely limited, I think you'll be able to buy it. That controller's $100, so I think you'll be able to get it. See, hey OJ, well, it's not $100, but it's like with tax. Hey OJ, hope you're doing well. I'm glad the new Pro Controller charges more quickly. Does that also mean it loses its charge more quickly? No, it's still 40 hours. It's still a 40-hour battery. OJ, do you think it'll be good if GameStop midnight prior? I'm getting the system day one. GameStop the midnight prior. I mean, if you camp out before midnight, yeah, you should be able to get one. Yeah. Shout outs to the Steam Deck squad. OJ, what up? Polo, your on birthday stream was fresh. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ryan Roth. Let's see. This is why you're the man. Banana Boy stays hating. I don't know, man. Like I said, it's a grift. It's a grift. But at the end of the day, let the market decide. I mean, like, listen. A real consumer advocate lets the consumers decide what they want to buy. If you want to buy a monkey and a Steam Deck, buy a monkey and a Steam Deck. If you don't want to buy a monkey and just want the Steam Deck, buy the Steam Deck. If you want to buy a banana boat, a float, you know, go afloat in the sea, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to buy whatever you want, that's not my problem. I'm here to let you guys know about the games and talk about that. You know, buy and sell what you want. You want to sell your Switch? You know what I'm saying? If your name is Mitch and you want to sell your Switch, you know what I'm saying? I don't really care. You can do whatever you want. I don't really care at all. Like, that's not my problem. I'm not you guys' you know, dads. Like, I don't know why. And I probably should have titled it this way. Maybe we'll have a stream tomorrow. But this pocket watching from grown men is out of control. We have guys that are pocket watching $20 a year online. Like, who does that? You're getting fleeced. You're getting fleeced for $20 a year for online? Meanwhile, Microsoft and Sony, Microsoft charges $100 a year for online, and Sony charges $80 a year for online. If you want back paddles on a Pro controller for a 5-hour battery life with the PlayStation 5 for an Elite controller, that's $200. You want a VR headset? That's $400. You want earbuds for your PS Portal? That's $200. You want a PS Portal, not even an actual system, but a portal to stream your PS5 games? That'll be $200. These people pocket watching over Mario Kart and over a Switch, yet there's these insane prices all over. People acting like this is like Microsoft and Sony are thrift stores, as if it's Goodwill, and Nintendo's freaking the evil company that did this. It's just crazy. They're all trying to make a lot of money. They all have high prices. They all have stuff. Like, it's just crazy to me of some of these people pocket watching over $20 a year, meanwhile justifying graphics cards that are 2K. Like, literally, I've seen this. I've talked with people this way, so it's super weird. But yes, literally, you're being fleeced over $20 a year, $1.70 a month, and you're being fleeced. And I kid you not, I swear that has been the conversation from some of these people. You are being fleeced for $20 a year. Meanwhile, $80, $100 base package, up to $240 with Microsoft and Sony. $180 or like $240. But we're being fleeced. Us Nintendo fans, we're stupid, we're dumb, we're morons, we're this, we're that, we're all these bad things. But Microsoft and Sony, you guys are the smartest, most intelligent people. You guys know what you're spending your money on. Like, that's the type of stuff I'm just like, bro, if you said this to me in real life, I'd say, move out of my face before I remove you out of my face. You see what I'm saying? Like, you would never say something like this. If somebody goes to the store and you see them buying PSN, or if they bought like a Nintendo Switch Online card, you would never say something like that to somebody. But online, it gives you this aura of, oh, I can just say what I want and do what I want and pocket watch. It's like, these people are weird, dude. I had to cleanse my timeline because these people are weird. This is such weird behavior. Like legit, pocket watching over $20 a year. It's nuts. You know? It's so weird. But yeah, you can justify PSVR, you can justify $80 online a year, you can justify PS portals, you can justify all these other add-ons and expensive accessories, you can justify 5-hour battery life with the PS5 controller that costs $70, but oh my god, Nintendo's charging $80-something for their or $90 for their controller. That's a ripoff. But 5 hours with the DualSense? $200 for 5 hours? What? 50, 60 bucks for a AA battery, not even a rechargeable battery with the X? Like, come on, let's just be real here. Like, these people are out of their mind, bro. Like, they all charge a lot of money for their stuff. Like, all of it is expensive. I'm not excusing Nintendo. I'm saying that it's all expensive. Trying to act like they got way better deals and stuff is just crazy to me. Shout outs to Andrew with the $5 dono. It says Cowabunga, dude. Cowabunga. We also hit the 60. And yeah, that breaks the stream, unfortunately. Like, some of those notifications break the stream, so I'm sorry about that. Let me remove the alert box. Big love, though. Thank you for the $5 dono. I do appreciate that. I'll hit you with the combo breaker. Weirdos in the streets, man, for real. It's so weird. I wish somebody would come up to me and say that to me in my face. I'm like, either you get out of my face or I'll remove you out of my face. Like, these people are weird, dude. Like I said, the post that I made about the controller, about, hey, this controller is a quality controller, it lasts, and that was before we knew that it lasted 40 hours. I thought it lasted 30 hours, but it actually lasts, the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller lasts 40 hours on a single charge, has back paddles, which Microsoft and Sony do not offer back paddles on any standard controller, any official standard controller. You've got to buy like a third-party controller, or if you buy their actual Elite options, you're going to spend $150 for Microsoft's, which doesn't have motion controls or haptics, or you're going to spend $200 for Sony's, which includes back paddles and customization, and it has more features, but it's also, the battery life is the same. It's the same trash battery life, and that's $200. So essentially what I said was that the Pro controller for the Switch 2 is like an Elite controller. It's not quite an Elite controller, but it's like an Elite controller. It's got back paddles, which you gotta pay more for those for official controllers. It's got haptics, which Microsoft doesn't have. It's got motion controls Microsoft doesn't have. It has all that. Plus, it's got a better and I didn't even mention that, but it's got a better battery life than both of those easily. And then even combined, I think it has a better battery life combined. Microsoft and Sony combined has a better battery life, and then some. On top of that, it has NFC, and it has and it has the smooth gliding sticks. And people went nuts. I got quote tweeted so many times for me saying that, and people telling me that I'm wrong, and I'm bootlicking, and I'm this, and I'm that, and I'm like, oh goodness gracious, you guys are crazy. Deported Sicilian with the $5 holla. Thank you so much, Deported. And he says, half of these people basically voted for these prices increases anyway, just saying. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, obviously the tariffs are hitting the hardware. So yeah, are people upgrading their $1,000 phone? Seriously, damn, things are expensive in dollars. God bless prices between regions and countries. I'd never be able to afford even a controller. Yeah, maybe generic. The Pro controller looks great. I guess you can send in the regular DualSense for $30 and get paddles. I guess you can send in a regular DualSense for $30 and get paddles. What does that even mean? What does that mean? You can send in the regular DualSense for $30 and get paddles. What does that mean? Nick, let's see here. We should celebrate the launch. Grown men of these forums whining to touch grass and cancel their intent. I'm telling you, listen, the PS controller it's great. It's a fine. I like the controller a lot. It's over there. I like the controller a lot. But people sitting here and saying that it's the Switch 2 controller is overpriced and this and that, when a base standard PS5 controller is about $70-something for 5 hours of battery life. For 5 hours of battery life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this controller gets you significantly more battery life and back paddles, right? If you want back paddles with the official PlayStation controller, if you want like Sony's back paddles, that's gonna run you $200. You know what I'm saying? So the issue that I have is all these people quote tweeting me and saying that Nintendo is overcharging this and that. And then when I bring up something like, okay, well, they all charge. No, well, no, because theirs does this. And I'm like, okay, so you're just justifying it. You'll make excuses for your favorite company. When I say they all charge, or hey, look, it's this, you'll make excuses for what you love. But if I say something that's like, hey, look, positive, or if I say like, hey, like this is what the deal is, they get mad. I got quote tweeted to Oblivion on that, you know, which was just crazy to me. Shout outs to Fred. Yo, thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Yes, sir. I always said vote for, you know, get what you vote for. It's like Scuff OJ, third-party sites can add paddles if you really want that for cheap. Yeah, but that's going to a third party and adding paddles. That's weird. That's a weird thing that you have to go do to your controller in order to get paddles. And even so, if you bought the like, let's say you bought an extra controller, right? That's so weird. I would not send my controller to to put paddles on it. That just seems like a bad idea to me. Sending it to a third party manufacturer to put paddles on there, that just sounds weird to me. You know, if you want paddles, you should probably just buy the Sony's controller. All I'm trying to say is the official options, not the third party options. The official options. The official options. Caitlin and Justin is also another plus is Switch. Okay.
Also another plus is the Switch 1 Pro controller works too.
And I said that as well. The Switch 1 Pro controller works with Switch 2. So Microsoft has forward compatibility with their Xbox controllers. Sony, I don't think you can't use a PS4 controller for PS5 games, if I'm correct, right? You can't use a PS4 controller for PS5 games. So with Switch, you can use a Switch 1 Joy-Con, Switch 1 Pro controller. You can use that with Switch 2 in any of the games, you know? So, yeah, there's also that option as well, right? So it gives you instant controllers. Or if you don't want to buy the controller, you don't have to buy the controller, you know? I love this. Feels like the 90s console war again. Yeah, people are acting crazy. Let's see here. Scuffs are 200 plus. OJ, it's all expensive. Scuffs are 200 plus. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I would just, if you want back paddles, I would just go buy the Sony official, like for PlayStation. I would just buy that if you want the back paddles, like the better controller. I would just buy that. I wouldn't buy, you know, a weird one. But that's just me. I thought about buying the DualSense, but I'm just like, when I found out that the battery life was the same, I was like, what's the point? What's the point of buying it if the battery life is just as bad, you know? So I just decided not to buy it because the battery life is terrible. My controllers die very quickly. Like sometimes I can get maybe 4 hours, sometimes I get like 2 hours. It depends on the game and like what's going on with the haptics. And I put the bar on the low, like I do all that, but sometimes I get no time out of it. It's like it dies before it even gets started. But yeah, sometimes it's 5 hours, sometimes it's 4 hours, sometimes it's 3 hours. It's a pretty big range. So I just decided to not buy the new the DualSense controller, the DualSense Edge. That's what it's called, DualSense Edge. Let's see here. Everyone blames Nintendo like they're the problem, but the truth is others are just as bad, but they can stand the fact that Nintendo's doing better in a lot of ways. I think that there's definitely some of that. Hey, what's up, Ares EMS? What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I didn't see you here. Welcome. But yeah, I think that there's definitely some of that because I've seen it quite a bit in when people comment towards it. Caitlin with another $3.
Honestly,
And Justin,
I could care less about back paddles. There's already enough buttons anyways.
you know what? That's the funny thing is in most games you have enough buttons. Xenoblade runs out of buttons, so the back paddles would actually be incredible for Xenoblade X or even any Xenoblade game. Really, the back paddles would be instrumental because Monolith Soft uses every single button known to man. You know, and Xenoblade plays really bad with the default scheme. So if you had back paddles with Xenoblade X, you could easily just switch arts right there. So I think if anything, Monolith Soft is very happy about the Pro Controller because they can now assign, you know, if you have it, assign valuable items. So, shout outs to Caitlin and Justin. Thank you for the $3 once again. And also Ares EMS with the 5 gifted members. Hey yo, thank you so much, Ares EMS. You are now the gift ninja. Anybody does 5 gifts more, you can be my man Ares EMS. Who got the gifts? Wally Tiger, Ms. Angela, Andrew Jenkins, Pipley, Azim, Joe. Yo, shout outs. Let's go. Ares once again becoming the elite of the gifts. I'll be doing that for Xeno X. I'll be doing that for Xeno X. Hopefully I still, oh man, when they put it in 60 frames per second, that'll be good. So yeah, I got the DualSense Edge. It's amazing, kind of heavy, but it comes in a nice case. A bunch of accessories. Battery is not the best. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's a nice controller. All I was doing was comparing it. And listen, I had a dumbass, and Nick, I think you were there. I don't know why you were agreeing with this guy, but this guy literally said that the PS3 controller has haptics. Like, I don't think you agree with him on that one. But there was this moron that kept on quote tweeting me saying that the PS3 controller had haptics. The PS3 controller does not have haptics. It does not have HD rumble or haptic feedback. It just had, and he thought that regular vibration means haptics. These people are complete idiots. Like, there are so many idiots quote tweeting me, like legitimately the dumbest people that I've ever ran across. You know, so I'm like, I just gotta stop, you know, like, but this idiot thought that, like, and he justifies everything that Sony does. You know, everything that Sony does, he justifies it. And it's just like, okay, listen, you can like whatever you like, but now you're just lying. Now you're just lying. Now you're just making up stuff. The PS3, the controller did not have haptic feedback. Dude, it barely had rumble. Sony they actually had rumble removed. Then they decided to add it in there when people got upset. So, George FT with the 21 months. Thank you so much, George FT. Appreciate that. Do you see my question about Alex? What question, Mr. Davis? What question do you have? So if I pre-order from GameStop, do I have to turn in my Switch now to get the credit or just pick up the system? When you go into GameStop, they'll have a transfer program. So you can buy the system, they can transfer it for you in the store, then they'll take your system. It might take a little bit of time to transfer, but they will have a transfer system set up for you. Because it does take a while to transfer your stuff. So if you want to go that route, you can. But GameStop will have a transfer system set up in place, you know? So, hey, what's up, tall man? I'm doing good. That guy was tripping on PS3 controller. Only agreed with him on the stick module thing. And I understand. Like, nobody said that the controller wasn't a good controller. But the problem that I had with that guy, he's a complete moron. Because he thought that the PS3 controller had haptics. You know what I'm saying? He thought that. And on top of that, he was just making up stuff. He was just making up stats that don't exist. Oh, everybody doesn't have a second controller. How do you know? Oh, I know 50 people. Bro, how do I know that you know 50 people? Like, he was just making up stuff. Like, he was just randomly making up things that he thinks. So, like I said, I just ran into some of the dumbest people online. Like, and it's fine. It's no big deal, you know? Nobody said the PS5 controller wasn't a good controller. It's a good controller. But it's $200 for that set. If you want the back paddles, it's $200 officially. The battery life is bad. The Switch 2 Pro controller is cheaper. That's all I said. And it has back paddles for a cheaper price. The DualSense Edge and the Microsoft controller, they have more swapping and customization parts. We all know that. My tweet said, like an Elite. It's not quite an Elite, it's like an Elite because it offers features that you have to pay extra for the Elite on Microsoft and Sony's official controllers. That's all I said. That's all I said. And people got very salty about me saying that. But it was the truth. It was the truth, so I don't have a problem with that. And then I had some bald PlayStation fan, Nikolai, some Bosley that needs to go to some bald dude that sitting there, oh, these four guys, they're gonna have content cop on them. Like, who are you, this bald dude? Like, what are you, Mr. Clean, you know, Spaniard Mr. Clean? I'm like, I just blocked him. I'm like, what are you quotes? What are you doing, bro? Like, who is this? Who are you? Like, I ain't never interact with this dude in my life. I don't think I have. Monado Mar with the $1 dono says, facts, OJ. Like, wow, on YouTube, you may have many PC fanboys that now go guns blazing on making videos, not only Sungrad Studios, but also Nintendo Prime, LOL. So they don't want to debate, but they want low-hanging fruit. By the way, DM something hilarious on X. Okay, I got you, fam. Thank you for the $1 dono, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not watching none of the videos, though, guys. Like, don't DM me videos of people acting all crazy. Like, I already cleansed my timeline. I cleansed my timeline. So I either muted or I blocked all these console warriors that are coming to my page that are saying whatever. I will do I'll put this out there. So if you guys want to engage with these people, I already have an open debate platform. You want to come on this platform, we can discuss anything that I said with Switch 2 or with anything, and we can see who's right or wrong or who's fanboy or not or whatever. I already have that open platform. I extended it out to some of these people. They don't want to come through. They're scared. So they rather just sit there and talk on Twitter like little children. So that's fine. But I extended my platform to them. They don't want to. So that's why I'm blocking. That's why I'm blocking and muting, because I've already said anybody can come through. And I know that they've heard me say this. I've already stated it multiple times, and I haven't gotten any takers yet. So I'm not going to waste my time dealing with these guys that are just looking to grip for money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not worried about it no more. I'm not really worried about it. So y'all don't gotta send me nothing from these weirdos. One more thing, Switch 2 upgrades for games like Zelda. Are they digital? Only if you upgrade cards in the store. No upgrade cards in the store, from what I understand. You can do it digitally on the eShop, or you can buy the actual cartridge in the store. That'll have the upgrade on there, Aries. Dean with the dollar dono says, yeah, it's crazy out there, OJ. I think it's always funny seeing Sony fans pretend that they're principled when it compared to us. Just another months ago, they bent over smiling to buy a disc-based drive and that play physical games on their $700 PS5 Pro upgrade. That's what I'm saying. You got stuff like a PS5 Pro that's $700. You got to spend another $80 for a disc drive. You got to spend another Mario Kart World for a disc drive. Okay, how about the multiple price increases? You've got multiple price increases for PSN and for the PS5 in multiple regions. Like, what are you pocket watching Nintendo fans for? Sony's been raising the price all generation. They've been making expensive peripherals. They've been doing all the, they have the audacity to come to me and say you're shilling and you're this and you're that and you're not. Why aren't you yelling and being angry, bro? Maybe I can afford it because I don't pay for $80 for PSN, because I don't pay $100 to play Xbox Online, or I don't pay $80 a year to play PSN. Maybe I have no problem, or I have a problem, but maybe I can do that because I don't spend my money on freaking PSN and Xbox Live. Maybe that's the reason why some of these Nintendo fans have no issue with it, because they actually don't have to spend $80 a year on online, or $100 a year on online, or like a lot of these guys, they buy the highest tier of PSN. They buy $180 a year PSN, or $240 a year Xbox Live. Maybe that's the reason why some of these Nintendo peeps aren't upset, because they don't spend $240 a year on online, or freaking $170 or $80 a year on online. They only spend $20 a year on online, which is significantly cheaper, or $50 a year online. You know, maybe that's the reason why. I don't know, but this pocket watching is really annoying. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Thank you for the dollar dono, Dean, though. I appreciate that. Chipotle burrito or In-N-Out cheeseburger? Ooh, that's a good one. I'm probably gonna go with the Chipotle burrito because I like chicken and all that. So yeah, give me a Chipotle burrito. But just give me the bowl, not the actual burrito. Give me like the bowl. It says PlayStation and Nintendo are both guilty. PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox. All of them are guilty of charging price. Yes, stuff costs money. Stuff is expensive. That's what I said. Like, I said that from the very beginning. I'm not defending anybody over another. What I'm saying is that they're all expensive. You know, to have these people pocket watching me or pocket watching anybody is insane, considering the prices that are out there for Microsoft and Sony as well. Like, they're raising prices across the board. Xbox Live has went up in price. Obviously, PSN has went up in price. PS5 has went up in price in a lot of regions, not in the US, but in a lot of regions it's went up in price. I don't know. Do they still have the PS5 digital for $400, or is that now $440? I don't remember, or $450. Let's see here. Deported with the $2 says, with Xbox down, is it Sony versus Nintendo now? I guess, but I don't know if there really is a console war. I think it's just the fans going crazy. Let's see, the Switch, so the GameCube controller goes on sale June 5th, right? Yeah, it should. The Switch 2 and its flagship accessories like the Switch 2 Pro controllers are already receiving glowing reviews from these outraged baiters are fuming like an active volcano. I know, Enigma. Sega confirmed that Yakuza 0 is 4K 60 on Switch 2, while Digital Foundry said it was 1080p. They keep spouting nonsense when it comes to Nintendo. Yeah, I did see that. I'm waiting for more confirmation, you know? So yeah, I'm waiting for more confirmation. So yeah. Thank you for the $2 though. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 2 deported. Let's see here. Let's see, what's your accessory lineup gonna be, OJ? Just the Switch 2 Pro controller, maybe the camera. That's the thing though, you don't make a video complain about expensive Nintendo price, even if they already said you don't like the price expensive fanboy show. I made a video about the price. I made a video about that, but I didn't make any super negative videos about Xbox Live going up in price. Like, I think I talked about it in my live streams, but I don't pay for Xbox Live. I don't pay for PSN. So why am I gonna make videos angry about something that I don't pay for? That's what these crazy psychos won't tell you. They don't buy Switch, they don't buy the games, they don't care about it, they don't even pay for this stuff, but they're gonna make videos being angry about it for XY, for grifting money, but they don't actually care. I don't pay for PSN. I don't pay for Xbox Live. So if they want to raise the price to $10 million per year for Xbox Live, I wouldn't care. I don't pay for it anyway. There ain't nothing that I'm going to be upset about. All I'm saying is I've got hypocritical people. I don't care if you want to buy Xbox Live, or I'm not pocket watching you. I just don't like the hypocritical nature of people coming towards me and saying X, Y, and Z about prices and calling us stupid or calling Nintendo fans dumb for buying something, or we're getting fleeced for spending $20 a year, right? Like, what are you talking about? You know, like, what are you talking about? Or sitting there and saying, making specific rules for specific things. This is the one that I hate to keep on bringing up. Astrobot is worth it as a platformer. You get 12 hours for $60 a year, or for $60. But the world is falling down for value-wise for Mario Kart. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, wait a minute, hold up. By your own logic, Mario Odyssey and Crash 4 and many other platformers, Astrobot is not actually worth $60, because you said 12 hours for $60 is fair. So you're using a time to equate it. A lot of these guys are doing this to me, doing this to other people. And it's like, well, wait a minute, hold up. So then Mario Odyssey is like 60 hours for a complete. So that means Astrobot should be like 20 bucks if that's the case, right? Because for the value. Well, no, not Astrobot. Astrobot, it's the value's there. It's like, dude, come on. It's like rules for thee, but not for me. It's like you want to manipulate and move and be hypocritical about what you're going to be outraged about. And then when I'm not outraged at what you're outraged about, you get upset and start calling people names, fanboy and names. And it's just like, I'm so over it, bro. I'm so over it on Twitter. I'm so over it, like, of people pocket watching. You buy what you want to buy. I'll buy what I want to buy, and we can all just move on. But don't worry about, unless, like I said, unless I'm claiming you as a dependent or you're claiming me as a dependent, don't worry about where I'm spending my money. You're not on my tax bracket. You're not on my taxes. So I don't know why you're worrying about how somebody else is spending their money. You know, just like if somebody wants, I don't think PSVR is worth it, but am I going to get mad if Nick wants to buy PSVR? I don't think the DualSense controller is worth it. For me, it's not worth it. Am I going to get mad at Nick for buying it? No, if he wants to spend 200 bones on that controller, he's a consumer. He wants the controller. He plays PlayStation a lot. He likes the controller. He likes the customization. It's a good buy for him. He enjoys it. So why am I going to make a video being all angry and mad about what a consumer wants to buy? If a consumer wants to buy a $200 controller, that's their prerogative. It's not for me. But that doesn't mean it's not for someone else. You know, so that's the issue that I have right now. These pocket watching weirdos that are constantly coming to my channel and constantly trying to tell me all this. Like, bro, don't worry about it. Go work out. Go exercise. Go do something else with your time. You know, I don't understand why you coming at me, you know, for whatever. Like, I already said I don't like the price of X, Y, and Z. That's fine. But I'd be lying to sit there and say that I'm not buying it, you know? Let's see. Shay with the $2. Oh, man. Hey, Shay, I hope you're innocent, brother. I believe in you, Shay. I believe in you, brother. I hope you're innocent. I really do. Thank you for the $2 dono, man. I appreciate that. People always in people pockets. I'm innocent, damn it. I hope you are, brother. I hope you are. Yeah, these guys are rules for thee, not for me. And exactly. Hell no, you can't claim me as a dependent, Projo. What the hell? How you, bro? You make $5 a year. You ain't claiming me as a dependent. No, I'm just messing around, Projo. Let's see here. R Stalwart with the $5 is paying $80 annually for Switch Online plus 8 people is a win for me. Yeah, people don't even know that. The reason why people don't bring that up is because they don't even know that. A lot of these guys that are angry about prices, they don't even know that, bro. Like, they don't even know, and that's fine. They don't have to know, but if you bring it up, you're defending. And like, I'm sick of it. Like, I'm just blocking and muting all these guys because I'm so sick and tired of them. It's so disingenuous. I'm gonna have one. Apparently, I'm gonna have one guy that the debate is gonna be on Nintendo fans being an abusive so Stockholm syndrome, abusive relationship. So he was justifying Microsoft and Sony fans spending whatever they want to spend on online and accessories and all that, and said no Nintendo though, no, not Nintendo, they're abusive. So I'm gonna have him on. We've had a couple conversations. So he said he got work and kids though, so he said he wants to, but he's a content creator as well, a smaller content creator. So hopefully I have him on because he's gonna get roasted. It's gonna be a civil debate if he comes on, but there ain't no way he's winning it. So it's gonna be fun if he decides to show up. So I'm gonna hit him up again this week, or maybe after this week, maybe Saturday we can have him on. We're gonna have him on for a debate, maybe this week or next week. So we'll see what happens. I'm pocket watching. Donate to your boys. Switch to fun. Feel me? I feel you. So yeah. There's a rumor that Oblivion is gonna release on the Switch too. Shout outs to Shay Shay. Thank you for the $2. 92 on the board. Let's go, guys. Get the combo breaks. Almost at the 100. Bonus stream coming up. Let's go. What's up, Sean Kramer? Let's see here. Game Pass value is cooking in 2025 if you care about those kind of games. Listen, Game Pass value is absolutely there. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Game Pass value isn't there. Game Pass value is 1,000% there. It is 1,000% there. You know?
I don't like the $80 either, but if you can only afford $60 in June, save it, then put back $10 in July and August, then buy it.
Yeah. I don't like the $80 either. I just know for me, it don't really matter because I'm going to play the game for 5,000 hours, you know? Like, I'm going to really play the game a lot, right? So for me, the value is going to be there, but I don't like the $80 either. I don't like the $80. But I spent $100 on Metaphor Refantasio. So, I mean, like, I already have spent more than $80 on games that I really like. So, I guess it was optional, though. That's the biggest thing. It's optional. Let's see. Yeah, don't DM me any stuff about people saying whatever. Like, Monado, like, I'm not, don't DM me stuff about banana guys and all that. Like, I ain't trying to look at all that. Don't DM me stuff because they don't want to debate. So, they don't want to debate. So yeah. Although this is pretty funny. This is actually pretty funny. Who did this? What? What? Okay, this will be the last time that I show this, right? Monado Mario, wait, who did this though, Monado Mario? Who did this? Who did this picture? Was this like a filter that you used? Who did this? Anonymous with the $3 says,
Nintendo's about to abuse my wallet, can't help me.
Shoutouts. It's by ChatGPT, by me. Remember the trend? Okay, yeah. This was actually pretty funny. I'll show this because this is actually hilarious. So I'll show this one. I don't know. I'm more handsome than this picture though. I don't like this one as much. It's not showing my traps. I'm wearing the same shirt. It ain't showing my traps the way it should show my traps, in my opinion. I kind of look like Shofu in this picture. This one, I kind of look like Shofu in this one. I don't know, man. It's Chat GPT though. It's not an actual chat. The JoJo. This is my favorite one. The JoJo one is actually hilarious. This one's good because it has the flair. It has more of the style that I like. So I gotta admit, this is actually pretty funny, but I don't mind. This is actually pretty. This is actually pretty funny. This one's good. I like this one. I don't know if it's the same exact shirt because I have like 4 of these, but it's like the same style of shirt. But yeah, shout outs. Let's go. Bro, that's actually hilarious, man. That's actually hilarious. Let's go. That's too much. Yeah, it's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's definitely the JoJo neck. That's definitely the JoJo Bizarre Adventure neck right there, man. He was pretty angry though. He was pretty angry. Let's see. Star Wars with the 5 says Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger were $80 in 1994 and 1995 respectively on SNES. There's nothing for us new for us Gen X gamers. Yeah, I mean, I don't like to see prices go up though. It's never good to have prices go up, that's for sure. But I mean, it is what it is. You know, what can you do? You can buy it or you can not, pretty much. So yeah. Let's see. The expression equals extremely concerned. Yeah, extremely concerned. He was very angry. He was very angry about that, about the Steam Deck. I already said, like I said before, I don't want to bring it back up again because like we keep on bringing it back up. Like, and I'm not, like I said, it's whatever. But bro, I'll bleep and do it again. Like, I do it again, and 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 I do not miss my Steam Deck one bit. I don't miss it. It was a paperweight. I don't miss it one bit. Once again, if it's for you, that's fine. It's for you. It's a great system for you. I'm not hating on Steam Deck. If you like it, you like it. If you love it, live it, breathe it, emulate it, steal games. I don't care. That's not my problem. I don't care what y'all like. If y'all, I mean, I do care if you guys want to tell me what you like. That's cool. I support you in whatever games or whatever you like or dislike. That's fine. I can disagree, but I'm not gonna sit here and get all crazy and go all JoJo, you know, about it. But yeah, I don't care, man. Everybody here is grown. You guys can buy what you want. You know, it's up to you what you want to buy, what you don't want to buy. So yeah. Drox with the $5. Hey OJ, need advice. Should I trade in my Switch V1 for Switch 2 at GameStop? I don't have anyone to give my old Switch to, and I don't want 2 Switches. Yeah, if you wanna trade it in, GameStop's the best place to trade it in. But once again, the shopping experience there might not be great, but you can do that. You know, put that pic on YouTube. I might put it on Twitter. I might put it on Twitter. We'll see. Then again, that'll just draw a bunch of trolls to my channel, so I don't know if I want. I'm trying to get away from that community. You know, I never tried to be in that community. I made a pretty normal video, but yeah, I'm trying to get away from those guys. And those guys are crazy. They'll use anything as like bait for videos. So I don't know if I want to actually, you know, do that. Like if they want to rip this video, I don't care if they want to do this. I thought it was a funny picture, you know. But yeah. Shout outs to the Limit Breaker though, guys. Let's do that. Yeah, 108 on the board. Hey yo, and I think I actually forgot to play music. I actually forgot to play people's music. What is going on here? I forgot to play people's music. The next music here is? Oh, what is the next music here? What is the next music here? The next music. Where's David's at? Okay. Sorry about that, Yoshi. That was like an. Oh my God. How did an hour go by? Goodness gracious. I'm so sorry, Yoshi. An hour went by without playing Yoshi's music. That is terrible. Yoshi, if you want another track, let me know. And I got you if you're still here, Yoshi. I'm sorry, brother. How did an hour go by? That is crazy. If you want something else, let me know. Let me know, Yoshi. I got you for another track, man. You ever do a Smash video? Smash? Yeah, I've done many Smash videos in the past, Aries. Sell it to your girlfriend MSRP. My wife? My wife? Sell it to my wife MSRP? Yeah, maybe we'll do that. What community the grifters like FNT? I'm not sure, Green Ninja. I'm going to give my mom my OG Switch and get her Ring Fit Adventure. I think she'll have a blast with that. Oh, that's a good idea. Same track is fine. All right, I got you, Yoshi. 80 and Nintendo never puts their games on sale. Nintendo gives you MK World for 50 in the bundle day one. Well, I mean, Nintendo puts their games on sale. Like, I don't understand why people say that, but that's the thing. That's the thing. Nintendo never puts their games on sale. But right now, you can get pretty much any of their games on sale. Maybe not through the eShop, but through retailers, you can get physical games on sale all the time, like brand new. So OJ, are you streaming the release tomorrow night? Yeah, I'm gonna stream the pre-orders because I'm gonna be trying to pre-order one myself. I'm gonna be trying to pre-order multiple Switches so I can pre-order them and then I can do some giveaways. Pro Controller Rage, I'm buying it. Oh yeah, I got raged on Twitter. Who was that said that? I got raged on Twitter. Is it Kellerith? I got raged on Twitter for saying something positive about the Pro Controller. Let's see here. No, I meant Smash community video being toxic. Okay. I'm still waiting. I think that what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have a segment in Technicals video. I gotta send that into him because I'm actually late on that one. But Technicals is gonna have a video on hacks, and I'm gonna send him a part of mine. So hopefully he hasn't edited it fully now, because I'm gonna send that into Technicals. So hopefully I can be a part of that. But I'm gonna wait for his video, and then I might piggyback off of his. But Technicals has a big video where he's pretty much gonna try to take down. I think he's gonna try to take down the Smash community right there. Like, it's gonna be a pretty damning video against the Smash community. So we'll see about that. Maybe we'll react to it live, and then we'll kind of go from there. We'll see. We'll go from there. You know. Let's see. Sorry for the spam. Just want to be sure. You are streaming tomorrow. Yes, I'm sorry about that, Rob. I'm sorry that I missed your comment, brother. Yeah, I'm streaming tomorrow, probably like around 6 o'clock. We're gonna start our stream, and we're gonna go towards the midnight release, or the midnight pre-order. So we're gonna be streaming the whole time. So yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I saw that one too, Mulatto. Shout outs. Yo, Johnny, what's good, man? Welcome. Shout outs to my man Johnny. You mentioned FNAC on your YouTube. They said they're selling Switch 2 games physical $20 cheaper or 20 euros cheaper than MSRP in France already. I didn't know about the 20 euros cheaper. I didn't know about that, boo boo. YouTubers use AI artwork to make their thumbnail to the point that it looks lazy. Yeah, I didn't notice that. I don't really care. So yeah, but yeah, I know people that use AI. Hoping to get my pre-order in at Best Buy. Me too. I think that's the first place that I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to Best Buy, but I'm also gonna have Walmart. I'm gonna have many places open. I'm gonna have multiple places open. We're gonna be trying to pre-order stuff, so it's gonna be good. Eating peeps. Hope tomorrow. I'm gonna be gunning for base Switch 2 since it's getting cartwheel physically, so I think it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, hopefully, Matt. Switch 2 is amazing. Switch 2 is based on what we've seen so far. Switch 2 is the system that we wanted. This is a worthy, full successor to the Switch 1. You know, like I said, it's not perfect. Definitely could be some things that are better. Obviously, with some of the stuff that's going on, like with the pricing and all that, 1000%. But I'm looking forward. I can't sit here and lie and act like I'm not excited for this system. I'm very excited to be able to play the games. Very excited for Donkey Kong. Excited for, excited for Mario Kart World. Excited for Kirby later. Excited to play Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom at better frame rates. Excited for just a lot of games, man. I'm looking forward to it. Gravely Default HD remaster. Looking forward to that too. Excuse me. Yeah, Technicals is getting pretty. I mean, he's been serious, but he's going with the spirit bomb on this one. Just so we're sure, pre-order for Walmart and Best Buy tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow 9 p.m. PT. So I don't know where you are in the world, but 9 p.m. PT. So for here in the US. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. I think people have short-term memory loss when it comes to prices and other consoles, games, accessories. No, they don't have memory loss. They're literally hypocritical. They're hypocrites. Like, gamers are hypocrites. There are a lot of gamers that are complete hypocrites on this topic. So it's not even like they forgot. They're just hypocrites. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. OJ, how many Switch 2s are you going to buy? I mean, as many as I can get, you know? So I can do giveaways to people who don't get it. So as many, I mean, I'm not going to try to pre-order like 1 million of them. But I mean, if I can get like 2 or 3, like if I can get 2, that'll be good. You know, if I can get 2, then I can give one away. Or if I can get 3, then I can give one away. All right. So yeah. So Diablo series manager hinted at DB4 coming to Switch 2 soon. Love to see it. Well, yeah, we already know about Diablo. We knew that Diablo was coming. So yeah, I guess, I mean, that it's coming, you know. Yeah, it's probably coming. Let's see here. I'm actually excited for the next Switch 2 Direct since this time they don't have to focus on hardware and it'll be all about the games. Yeah, I'm excited for that too. Mama Essence getting one? No, Mama Essence does not care about Switch 2, unfortunately. Well, she cares about me doing well, so she wants to see Switch 2 do well and all that. But Mama Essence does not care. Although she does have a vested interest in some of the business aspects behind the Switch 2. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is because there's no point. But, you know, there are some business interests that she says she is interested in seeing doing well, but she doesn't necessarily connect it one-to-one. You know, she just listens to what I tell her, so. But yeah, I mean, she definitely wants to, I mean, if the Switch 2 does well, I think it'll benefit her as well because of her own business that she has, you know, so I, you know, for her sake, I'm hoping it does well and, you know, certain things go up because now help her out, you know. The Portis is selling with the $2. Thank you so much. The Portis is selling with the $2. Says, how many signed Switch 2 box giveaways will you do? How many signed Switch 2 box giveaways will I do? 0. I will do no. Actually, I mean, I can sign the box if you want me to sign the box. If I give something away, if they want me to sign the box, I'll do it. You know, I will sign that box away. And you know, to be honest though, in order to just keep the stock the way that it is, I'll probably just give the money away. If anything, like I'll probably just say, hey, look, let's just do. I'll give you $450, whatever that converts to other. I'll just give you that. I think that's probably what I'm gonna do instead of just trying to, because I don't know if I want to take up another slot, right, and then have to get it and then ship it. It's just easier. Let me just give someone that, and if they get it, then okay, they got a free Switch anyway, right? They can pre-order it wherever they live. So I think I'll probably just do that because that's just so much easier than getting it, coming to my house, then shipping it somewhere else. Like, just try to pre-order it, guys. And if you win it, then. If you win, then obviously I'll give you the money. Then it's like you got a free Switch, right? It's like you paid for the Switch. So it's the same thing. So, and if you don't get a Switch, take the money, put it in your account, wait till you can get one, then use that money to buy the Switch 2. So we'll probably just do that, so I don't have to deal with shipping and, you know, waiting and all that good stuff. So, or all that annoying stuff, more like it, you know. I wish Nintendo would help out Expedition 33 team to port the game. That would be like that would fit like a glove on Nintendo Switch 2. I don't think that's Nintendo's call or Nintendo's deal to help out with them porting it. If they want to port it, then let them port it. I don't think Nintendo needs to step in to help them for what. They're developers. They can port Switch 2. Those developers worked at Ubisoft. A lot of them worked at Ubisoft. A lot of them worked at CD Projekt Red. They have experience working on like Switch hardware. They have experience working there. It's not like they're having trouble or anything like that. So I don't really think it involves Nintendo being involved. If they want to port it, they can port it. They got a Game Pass deal. They've got the game's gonna sell well. They've got time and money to port the game after they're done. So I don't think they need Nintendo's help, honestly. Let's see here. If someone from your viewers from China wins, let's see here. If someone from your viewers from China wins, oh, what does it matter if they win? Oh, because they can't buy. Okay, yeah. Well, hey, look, you can get the money then. Let's see here. What's up, Superpower Man? Welcome. Speaking of giveaways and any updates on the eShop, oh my God, dude. I totally forgot about all of that because of Easter Sunday and my break. Okay, yeah, it's going out this week, guys. Sorry. It felt like everything lined up with Easter, so I literally put everything away. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, eShop cards and all. I have it written down. I totally forgot because of because of Easter and my vacation. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get those eShop cards out to you guys ASAP for those who won. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I totally forgot. This is Zanza the Divine from Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. So yeah. Sorry about that, Huddy. The port will come. They're just optimizing Xbox right now. I think the game's done. It already went gold. So I think the game's done optimization. The optimization's done. The development of the game is done. They're just waiting to launch it. I think they'll probably come to Switch later down the line. Let's see here. Did I miss OJ's day off segment? Yes, you did. I talked about my days off when I was in Beverly Hills, hilling it up, going up and down hills, and I saw freaking Michael B. Jordan. No, I didn't see Michael B. Jordan. But at the place that I stayed, I kid you not, there was a guy that looked like Michael B. Jordan. There was a guy that worked there that looked like Michael B. Jordan, and I was checking out, and I'm like, dude, I gotta say this. You look like Michael B. Jordan. And he was laughing, and the other guy that was helping me, they just started laughing. He's like, people tell him that all the time, that he looks like Michael B. Jordan. And then I caught some old guy looking at my wife's butt. That was funny. Well, he wasn't that old, to be honest, but he's like a tall dude with dreads, like a businessman. I just smiled at him. I'm like, yeah, I know, it's there. It was no big deal, but I caught, he was like staring. But yeah, that was on the way out this morning. So yeah, there was a guy that looked like Michael B. Jordan. Michael C. Jordan. Yeah, it was Michael D. Jordan. So yeah, man. Watched your vid today. It was good. Thank you, Superpower Man. Switch 2 is basically everything people wanted it to be with extra seasoning. The most I was expecting out of it was 1080p screen. It was not. That was not it. Not 4K, HDR, 120 frames. Yeah, exactly. Enigma, I was not expecting HDR, 4K, 1080. I was expecting maybe a 900p screen. I was expecting probably like, I don't know, maybe just, I wasn't expecting 100, I was expecting 60 frames. Like, I was expecting more stuff to run better, but I wasn't expecting up to 120 frames. I wasn't expecting 4K. I wasn't expecting HDR. I wasn't expecting VRR. I wasn't expecting all that. I was not expecting it at all. Not at all. So they caught me off guard there. Let's see here. He says, damn, Shannon Sharp was checking out your wife's cakes. No, it wasn't Shannon Sharp. It wasn't Shannon Sharp. He didn't look like Shannon. He was tall, though. He was tall like Shannon, but he didn't look like, he had dreads. He looked like, gosh, who did he look like? Who could I, he looked like Larry Fitzgerald. So you know about that. He looked like he looked like an older Larry Fitzgerald. That's what in like a suit. But yeah, that's what he looked like. Maybe Larry Fitzgerald and Tim Duncan. If Larry Fitzgerald and Tim Duncan did the fusion dance, yeah, it was Larry Fitzgerald and Tim Duncan combined, fusion dance. That's what he looked like. Temu Michael B. Jordan. He looked like, he wasn't as tall as Michael B. Jordan though. I think Michael B. Jordan's about 5'11", 6 foot. This guy was shorter than me. So this guy was like 5 foot, maybe 5'6", 5'6" or so. So he was a few inches shorter than me. So he was about 5'6" maybe, but he looked dead on like Michael B. Jordan. 25K per team. Better stop making fun of that bear before you get caught up. You rolling around Atlanta the way that you be rolling around. You be getting caught up. You be getting caught up too. Bear, you better be careful, brother. The way you rolling around Atlanta, you better be careful, fam. One time I was at a store, one guy told me I looked like a young 50 Cent. I had the hat and the chain and everything. Oh yeah, you don't look like 50 Cent, bro. You don't look like 50 Cent. No. Oh my gosh, no. Let's see here. Dodo was technical director for Tears of the Kingdom in development for a team for Switch 2. Just know he cooked with the system. Oh yeah, he cooked with the system, bro. He was cooking with the system, bro. That's what I said. Yeah. I mean, people will always say that you look like somebody that you maybe not look like. There was one guy that I used to work with at McDonald's. One time I said, yo, you kind of look like 50 Cent. And he looked at me like I was crazy. But he looked like a white 50 Cent. He did look like a white 50 Cent though. And he was just like, all right, man, but he had the same accent. He was from like, New York and everything. But he did kind of look like a white 50 Cent though. He did kind of look like a white 50 Cent. So yeah. Hey, OJ, you think you'll be able to play Smash Bros. Ultimate on Switch 2 with the NSO GameCube controller? You should be able to play, yeah, you should. Let's see here. Yeah, White Curtis, yeah, white. You look like a white. I worked with him at McDonald's. You look like a white 50 Cent. You know? So yeah, man. It was crazy. It was crazy stuff. Interesting for sure. Let's see. You can read 2 old pages of Harry Potter book. That's 50 moment of the. Oh yeah, when he's talking to Floyd Mayweather. Let's see it. That's like when folks say Troy Aikman look like Jay-Z. Yeah. Yeah, but Troy Aikman do look like 50 Cent or look like Jay-Z though. Troy Aikman does look like Jay-Z. Let's just be real here. He does. They do look alike. If you put their pictures side by side, Troy Aikman and Jay-Z do look somewhat alike. Like they do look. And then there was like a what was it? There was a black John Cena, wasn't there? Wasn't there like a black John Cena as well? There was a black John Cena. There was somebody that was like, or like a tan John Cena. So that's like happened before. You'll get that at times, Someone looked like Jay-Z. I'm like, no. Someone said you look like Jay-Z? No, I mean maybe a little, but not really. No. Maybe a little, but not really. Look, Jay-Z, Troy Aikman. They look alike, bro. They somebody tanned his skin on purpose though. They tanned his skin on. This one doesn't look very tan, but if you go for you're trying to tell me these two guys don't look alike? They look alike. They look a little bit alike. That's not skin tan. That's actually Troy Aikman's complexion. That's not them tanning his skin on purpose. But these two guys look alike. One of them's definitely white. One of them's a brother. But these guys look alike. They look alike. They do. That's his cousin. That's his cousin. I mean, they could probably pass for cousins. They could pass for cousins, man. They could pass for cousins. I have people say I look like 50 Cent, Dave Chappelle, and some other black dude in the north side of my city never met. Yeah, I get LeBron James. I get James Harden. A lot. I get James Harden, but only for the beard. I don't think I actually look like James Harden, but I get James Harden a lot. Or I get LeBron. I get LeBron sometimes, but that's just people think, oh, you got a beard, so you look like LeBron, you know? So yeah. But it's all good, you know? Let's see here. Can you hear the dude on the left with the Dave Chappelle accent? No, that's white Jay-Z. Yeah, Troy Aikman, white Jay. You know what the funniest thing is? Troy Aikman actually addressed it, and he's like, yeah, I know there's some people out there that are saying that I kind of look like Jay-Z. You know, I seen the memes and everything. No, that was interesting. The way that he addressed it was funny. He didn't want to outright just say, yeah, I look like him. Let's see here. CBH says I get Chris Tucker. You get Chris Tucker? That's awesome. Chris Tucker is cool. He's one of my favorite actors, or he was one of my favorite actors. So for sure, you think pre-orders is enough? Like 2 isn't necessary if you want more than 1. Just hoping retailers having the pre-order at launch. I think the pre-order stock should be good, Rob. I think you should be good. I know it's a stressful time period, but I think you should be good. If you're there ready to go, like on multiple different sites, you should be able to, like, listen, let me give you guys an example. I was able to buy 2 PS5s, and the stock is going to be better, right? The demand for the PS5 was really high. I was able to buy 2 PS5s and an Xbox Series X at launch. So, I mean, if I was able to buy 2 PS5s and an Xbox Series X, I think you should be good with the amount, like, more stock that we're getting. He looked nothing like Jay-Z? Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah, everybody here is saying that Troy Aikman looked like Jay-Z. You're trying to tell me that these two guys didn't look anything alike? They look alike. They look alike. They do. They've got the same here. They've got the same eye shape. Their nose is similar. Their face shape is similar. They're around the same age. I think Jay-Z might be a little bit older than Troy Aikman. I'm not, but they are within 10 years of each other. They look alike. Let's see here. Eddie, do you look like him? Okay, I'll look him up. I'll look him up. Eddie, Boo. That guy's old. Nah, I don't look like him. He looked too old. Nah, this guy looked like Paris. This guy? He looked like Paris. This guy right here? Nah, he's too old. He looks like Paris Lily a little bit with the bald head and complexion, yeah, a bit, but nah, I don't think I look like him. Nah. Maybe when I'm older, yeah, maybe I'll look like him. But he looks more like Paris to me than me. But yeah. You guys know Paris Lily, the Xbox guy, dude? So yeah, I don't know. You know who I actually look like though? I look a lot of people said I look like what was it? I think it's Malcolm Jamal Warner. Yeah, I think it's Malcolm Jamal Warner. People say I look like this guy at times. They said I look like this dude right here. This is maybe kinda. I can see it a little bit, yeah. Where I kind of look like him. Our face shape is a little different, but I mean, I can see this guy a little bit. I can see this guy a little bit, but people say I look like him a little bit, yeah. So I can see him, yeah, but not that other dude. That other dude's too old. But yeah. I can see it a little bit. Like if I was to say, oh yeah, we were cousins, I don't think people would be like, you guys aren't cousins. Or if I was like, oh yeah, that's like, oh that's my older brother, I think people would be like, oh yeah, that's your older brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I can see that a little bit, but yeah, whatever. You know? You look like TJ Combo with a longer beard. I don't really look like TJ Combo, really. That's just you equating black people looking like black people. I don't really look like him either. He's a bit more chiseled. Face is thinner. Look like I don't look like OJ Simpson either. My name's OJ. Let's see here. Nah, I don't look like that guy either. That UFC fighter. Nah, some of y'all just reaching none at this point. That Ngannou guy. Nah, hell no. I don't look like him. The face shape is completely different. Some of y'all just reaching now. Let's see here. Nintendo IPs are just better. Sony and Xbox got nothing on first-party Nintendo software. I mean, that's opinion, right? Like, everybody has their opinion in terms of stuff, so yeah. Dr. Phil, yeah, I kind of look like Dr. Phil. It's like Jay-Z, it's like the Jay-Z and Troy Aikman thing. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Welcome. I missed your super chat. I did miss your super chat. Thank you, Nick93 with the $2. Appreciate that, Nick93. And thank you, Deported with the $2 says, what about Gary Coleman? I don't think I look like him either. So shout outs to Gary Coleman. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Gary Coleman. But nah, I don't think so either. Shout outs. Appreciate you though. OJ, I'm gonna pre-order my Switch from GameStop app. Hey, let's go. I heard the GameStop app is actually pretty good for pre-ordering. It's good on cutting down on bots. Welcome, B. Let's see here. I know that you're a Black House Gang. I'm just saying that's just you equating black people looking alike, which sometimes black people can do that. Sometimes it be our own. Let's see here. Do you F with Doug Bowser? Wait, I don't know what that means. Doug Bowser, he's an executive for Nintendo. Like, I don't really have anything. He's an executive for Nintendo. He's the NOA president. So he's fine. Nothing really wrong with him. Van Damme, John Claude. John Claude is the homie, bro. I messed with John Claude. John Claude was like my favorite movie action star back in the early 90s and the 80s. The 80s and early 90s was John Claude Van Damme. Even though the Street Fighter movie sucked, I still liked him as Guile. But the Street Fighter movie was trash. But yeah, John Claude Van Damme is awesome. OJ, I'm about to play Star Fox SNES NC. Yo, let's go. Black Doug Bowser. Hey, let's go. Shout outs. I met Doug Bowser once and took a picture with him. Nice. Let's go. Shout outs to V. Legendary M. Bison performance, though. Yeah, that M. Bison performance was pretty good. Rest in peace to the actor that played M. Bison. I think he passed away like last year or so. So yeah. My parents say I look like you and I don't see it. Says JT. Your own parents telling you that? So then does your dad look like me? Let's see here. If the Lakers don't win tonight, you're gonna crash out. Crash out. Crash out. Let's see here. Bloodsport, goated movie. Very, very, very good movie. Very goated movie overall. I love me some Bloodsport. Very good. Dropping coconuts on the chest. You know what I'm saying? Getting blood. Freaking kicking people like all blind and stuff. Split punch. That movie's so good. I haven't seen that movie in a hot minute. I mean, I probably need to buy it on Blu-ray. Maybe I'll watch it with my wife. Let's see here. We back on not seeing my comments. Oh man, the Great Wah. Yeah, I didn't see your comment, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming out to the stream though. What's good, the Great Wah? I see your comment now. Yeah, we might be back on that, bro. We might be back on that. Just not seeing the Great Wah. Like for like that month or two or whatever, you know, where just nobody could see the comments at all. Couldn't see your comments whatsoever. Shout outs though. Appreciate you, Mr. the Great Wah. Let's see. I'm glad you had a good trip with your wife and son. Yes, it was a great trip, man. It was a very good trip. If you guys have questions, though, let's get into some more questions with the pre-order guide. If you guys have questions, feel free to tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence by itself. More than happy to answer all of your beautiful, awesome, lovely, elite ninja questions. So feel free to drop the questions. Let's go. Let's go. Pre-orders start tomorrow. Midnight Eastern, 9 o'clock PT, 11 Central. It's going down. It's on like Donkey Kong. On like Donkey Kong, baby. We're gonna be here streaming starting from 6 o'clock PT, 9 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. We're gonna be streaming 3 hours up until trying to get ourselves a Nintendo Switch 2. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Hopefully we can give away a Nintendo Switch 2 as well. Hopefully we'll roll a winner. After I secure mine, we'll roll a winner for a Nintendo Switch 2 as well. Do you use bots for your pre-orders? I do not use bots for my pre-orders. No, I'm just gonna go on there normally. Just do it that way. Christian Miwa with the $3 dono.
Sup,
Appreciate that.
OJ.
Sup, man?
Enjoying FE Sacred Stones again. Fun fact, did you know the characters' names of La Rachel and Magvul Continent in Japanese are Rachel and Magi Val? Also, you missed Deported Sicilian Gamer Super Chat. Can you play some FE Sacred Stones song?
I can. Thank you for the $3. And Sean K with the Jow.
Much love to everybody. My son is being born next week. I
Ooh.
can't wait to never let him win at Mario Kart.
Hey, first of all, I want to say big love. You guys give some big love to my man Sean. He's over there on the other side of the world teaching the good word. You know what I'm saying? So big love to Sean. And yeah, happy son being born day. Oh my goodness, that is crazy, man. Congratulations. There's nothing like being a dad, as being a boy, like a man, and having if this is your first son or if this is your first child, I don't know, but there's nothing like a son being born. Like if you love video games and if you like, if you like sports or whatever, if you're into, there's nothing like having a mini me of you rolling around. Like it's a feeling unlike anything else. Like it's the feeling. Don't get me wrong, having all kids there's a feeling. But if you're into, like, let's say you're into sports, or if you're into, games, or if you're into certain things, there's nothing like being a man and having your son being born. It's the greatest feeling in the world. And I feel completely at ease now. And I have no more tension, no more stress about, certain things. Like, I feel like my son is here. I finally have my one boy. I'm good. Anything, I'm just going to try to work as hard as I can for him and for my family. But man, I am so happy for you, Sean. Seriously, I am happy for you. I just know the feeling when when my son was born. It was the greatest day of my life, one of the greatest days of my life for sure. So very happy for you, man, and congratulations. Shout outs to Captain Kingston as well. Thank you for the $1.99, dude. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's get some music going here though, as well. Wow, Zhao. Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. I'm gonna probably try to pre-order from Best Buy, Captain Kingston. Best Buy will probably be for me. But yeah, there's lots of different places to pre-order from. So the line continues, baby. I mean, I already have a daughter, so just keep that in mind, guys. Like I do have a daughter, and she's awesome. She's great. She's the greatest thing ever too. She's awesome. When she was born a decade plus ago, it was great to see her being born and everything and all that. But I mean, she looks like me, and she's really nothing like me. she's like me, but she's not. I mean, it's just a bit different, right? Girls have different motivations. They have different things that they're into. They have, like when I was her age, I was really into track, and she's into track, and she was good at it, but she's just not as necessarily as motivated to be into track. But I was like, I wanted to be in the Junior Olympics. So there's just certain things that I really can't do. I just gotta be like, okay, that's fine. If she wants to do that, she's into K-pop, she's into, whatever. Let her be the best at that and let her chart her own path. But my son has no choice. So like, that's the main difference. She has a choice. My son has no choice. He will be like Travis Hunter. I am going to say you are going to be just like Travis Hunter. You are going to be like that. You are going to be an alpha amongst everybody else. You will be an alpha. You will be going to football camp. You're going to be the top of the line. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You are an alpha. You are top. There's no point in me, there's no point in saying anything other. The dude's going to be incredible. So he has no choice. So yeah. Let's see here. And don't worry, it's the choice that he's going to want to naturally pick. I can tell from the very beginning that inside of him, he's an alpha. He is I wasn't an alpha. I don't even like using that term, but he's an alpha. My boy is an alpha, and I can already tell from how strong he is, from the weights, the percentile weight that he's in. He's in a almost 90th percentile height. He's in like 90 something percentile weight. He's going to be tall, fast, and strong. He is the perfect version. He's Homelander, not the evil Homelander. But Soldier Boy, he's the first test. But the real thing was Homelander. The real experiment, was Homelander. The boy is not evil Homelander. You know what I'm saying? Homelander, but not evil Homelander. Shout outs though. Let's get this next music going here though. He's like good Homelander. If the Homelander was good, he's good. He's good Homelander. Not to say that I'm a soldier boy either, but I'm just saying. All right, let's see here. FE Sacred Stones. FE Sacred Stones. Battle music. Let's see here. How bad will the bots be? I think the bots will be, they should be there. They're going to be there, but I don't know how bad they will be. Did you cry when your other son, Nintendo Prime, was born? No, I wasn't there, unfortunately. I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it to Nintendo Prime's birth. I just popped in on pre-order Nintendo Switch 2 online at Best Buy. Yeah, tomorrow, 9 p.m. PT, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So yeah. Yeah, Beholder Monster, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna time you out for 24 minutes on that one, or for 24 hours on that comment, bro. I'll be coming here saying nothing about my boy. You don't know him. 24 hours. 24-hour timeout. You don't talk about my boy in any type of way. Take this 24. 80,000. Where are you pre-ordering from? I'm gonna try to pre-order from Best Buy. But we'll also see from GameStop or something like that too. We'll see from GameStop. So yeah. To be honest, it wasn't that bad, but nah, don't say that about my boy. My boy, he's going to listen. Y'all can be into whatever you guys want to be into. I have no, whatever y'all like, but my boy, he's going to get married to a beautiful woman, and he's going to have kids, and he's going to raise a family. That's what my boy's going to do. He's going to get married to a beautiful woman. He's going to have kids, and he's going to like I said, I don't care. Y'all be into whatever you into, but my boy is gonna get married to a beautiful woman. Like, there's no. Let's see here. When do pre-orders go? Yeah, I just said that though. The pre-orders go live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. PT. So that's when the pre-orders go live. Let's see here. What do you think? Ubisoft greenlighted another battle royale. They are going to chase the trend. I didn't know they're greenlighted another battle royale. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that they are. So, let's see here. Setting the Curious comment back to the. Listen, like I said, y'all be into whatever you want to be into, but it's not. I don't have a problem with other people. Y'all do what y'all want to do, but it's not my boy. Nah. Not him. So yeah. Let's see here. Just pre-orders. I thought pre-orders are on Thursday. No, not technically. Technically yes, but not for everybody. If you're here in the West Coast, pre-orders start at 12 a.m. midnight in the East Coast. So if you're on the West Coast, they actually start tomorrow at 9 p.m. PT. If you're in Central Time Zone, they actually start at 11. So they actually are tomorrow, not necessarily Thursday, Yeah, and he'll make the choice that I'm saying. Y'all don't got to worry about my boy in terms of things. Like, don't worry about, when it comes to my boy, y'all don't got to make no comments, or y'all don't got to worry about him at all. Y'all worry about your own kids, all right? Y'all worry about your own kids. Y'all worry about your own stuff. I'll worry about what I got. Y'all worry about what y'all got. All right? So there ain't got to be no comments or no snarky shit or anything like that. Y'all worry about what y'all got. I'll worry about what I got, So it's all good. Let's see here. Shout outs though. Appreciate y'all. If it's your kids gonna be Mario Kart Masters, gotta get them up to speed. There you go, man. There you go. There you go. Most people couldn't pull women to have kids in the first place. I did hear that a lot of people are having trouble, are having, like, a lot of Gen Z, they don't even talk to women. Like, they're having trouble, like, approaching and talking to women, and this is, like, the worst that it's ever been. I heard about that online. I don't know if it's 100% true, but I heard about it at least, So yeah, if you're in Philadelphia, that's the Eastern Time Zone, Gina. So if you're in Philadelphia, it's gonna be at midnight for you. Tomorrow midnight. So yeah. All right, there you go. If you wouldn't want to bring kids into the world, then there you go. Then just worry about yourself. It's all good though, Dash. It's all good. I got mine. I'll worry about mine. You worry about not having yours. Or worry about, obviously, yeah, you worry about yourself, right? Or maybe you got nieces or nephews. Maybe you can worry about them and what they want to do. But my kid's my kid. But it's all good. No, I don't think you mean harm. Let's see. It's even worse in Asian countries. Birth rates are dangerously low. Yeah. Just dudes trying to sell their pickup course. What did you do? You were a crush party man in Mario Kart World. Yeah, having a good wife and kids is goated. It's good if you can find a good one. Let's see here. LML, the Gen Z and dating pool His cheeks. Yeah, Pink, I remember you said something on Twitter that, yeah, it's pretty bad. Like, I'm not going to repeat what you said because I don't know if you want your business just being thrown out there in the live stream and all that. But, yeah, what you said is just, like, I'm not trying to be dad or nothing like that. But, I mean, that's just, like, I don't know. It's just how it is with some guys. Like, you know, they're not looking to actually have something serious. A lot of them are just looking for something, you know, looking for something quick, and that's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, you know, very unfortunate. Yeah, it's crazy. You can't even have a normal relationship. Like, hey, let's go on a date a few times, you know, let's hang out, see what's going on, like, you know, let's see what's happening. Like, why we gotta be like 2 seconds, you know? Whenever I was dating, like, back when I was dating, it was like, I wouldn't be so like, you know, like, if she was up, you know, if it was there, then okay. But I wasn't pushy. I was like, hey, you know, we hang out. You want to just hang out, blah, blah, blah. I went on lots of dates before, you know? So sometimes you go on dates. Sometimes you kind of get a vibe. You feel if it's there. But if it's not, then nah, then just chill. If you like the person. But I don't know what's the need to rush into everything. Like, even there's sometimes where I would go on a date and maybe it feels like, oh, yeah, she's trying to rush into something. I'm like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not so sure. So I think some people are just, like I said, some guys are crazy. Some guys are kind of crazy out there. They don't know how to treat a lady. They weren't raised with any manners. You know what I'm saying? They were raised like they weren't raised like their dad and mom didn't teach them how to raise or how to treat women right. So I'm giving myself like the freedom. Hey, look, there's also that too. You either get friend zone or you dip long before friend zone. Yeah, sometimes you get friend zone. I mean, if you get friend zone, then you get friend zone. It's not that big of a deal. Well, I mean, it can be devastating. Like, there has been I have had some devastating friend zones. Like, I told you guys the story where I got friend zoned when I went out with the girl when I was in college. I went out and I went and picked her up, and that was the Charlie Murphy, or the Wesley Snipes Charlie Murphy guy, the black dude that was like 6'4" and had dreads. That his dreads were the same color as his skin, and he smelled like cocoa butter and Axe together with black on top of that. So it was like, it was pretty crazy, right? And that's when he went like, he was like shaking his dreads, and he moved me off of the dance floor. The girl was right there, and he just started doing his fraternity dancing, and then he danced with the same girl I went with. Bro, that's when I just had to leave, bro. I'm like, all right, I know where I'm not wanted. He put his arm right into my face. I was smelling his arm hair with a combination of cocoa butter, Axe, and black. It was just crazy. So I just left. I just left. I drove her there. I just left with that. She can get a ride home from someone else. So, so yeah. Clock him for that? You've got to be kidding me, House Gang. That'd be the dumbest thing that you can do. Clock a 6'4" big old dude when him and all of his homies are in there because they're all wearing the purple fraternity outfit. Yeah, clock him and get literally stomped over what? Over one chick? What? That's the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. Why would you get beat up over one chick that you're not actually, that's not your girlfriend? You guys aren't an official thing. That's not my girlfriend. We just went out together. We were kind of just like, maybe it was kind of like a date, but it was definitely more of a friend zone after that, and which is fine. It's no big deal. But even if we were dating, I probably still wouldn't have hit that guy. The only way that I would hit it, if I would have been more upset, is if that's my wife or my fiance or like a long-term girlfriend that I felt that I had a future with. But if it's just a girl that I just knew, or just a girl that I was just started dating, or even if we were dating for like maybe a couple months or something, I would have just left it. If she wanted to stay there and dance with the person, I would have just been like, all right, cool. I just go. There ain't no reason to stay. Don't ever get yourself shot or killed or beat up because you're trying to be Captain Save a Lady. Because you're trying to be Captain Save a Lady. Don't ever get yourself killed over that. That's crazy. Or get stomped over that. No, just go. It's not even worth it. You know? Unless that girl was Halle Berry. prime Halle Berry, or unless she was prime Tyra Banks, that might be worth fighting for, but chances are it's not. Or if it was like prime Rihanna, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, maybe you might take a chance on that, but 99.9% of the time, it ain't none of that. So absolutely not, just leave. There's many fish in the sea. Do not get stomped over that. Yeah, that's terrible advice. Do not ever, guys and girls, do not ever get beat up or shot or stabbed over a woman or over a man. Dude, don't. No, even if it wasn't the frat stuff, even if it was a regular dude, do not get beat up. Do not get beat up or killed over a woman. Like, you know, you defend your wife's honor, maybe your fiance, but I'd even be hard pressed if like a longtime girlfriend did that. If that was a longtime girlfriend that did that and she stayed with the guy, she stayed and danced there with the guy, she wasn't for you anyway. A longtime girlfriend would leave with you. If that happened, she would say, "What are you doing?" She would go with me. She wouldn't. A longtime girlfriend that actually liked you, or a fiance or your wife, she wouldn't stay there and dance with them. That's crazy. And if she does, obviously she's not for you. So that's how I knew that girl was not for me. I was like, okay, that's cool. She started dancing with the other dude. I went and sat down. I saw her dancing. I was like, all right, that's cool. I took my stuff. I didn't really have anything, so I just got in my car and drove away. I didn't even text her nothing. That was the last time I texted. That's the last time that I like that we texted was that night. It was so funny. Years later, after I graduated, I was working at a sunglass place in the mall, and she lives in like a couple towns over or something. And I remember I saw her at the mall, and she came and she basically like asked me out on a date. That was the crazy thing. But here's what I don't like. I told her to be careful about these fraternity dudes, these football players. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told her to be careful, and I'll get that done in just a bit. I told her to be careful, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll be careful." And then, literally, like, the next year she got pregnant. Like the next year, and then I remember I forgot we ran across the other like on Facebook or something, and I didn't tell her I told you so, but she was like, "Oh yeah, well, the dad will not be in the kid's life," and I'm like, well, I told you that these guys are snakes. Like, they already know what they're looking for, right? I'd already been on multiple dates with her, like, when we went out. Like, I wasn't pushy or nothing. But apparently it was one night. You know what I'm saying? It might have been that night. It might have been that night. I don't know. Either way. So, yeah. But then later down the line, after she had her kid and everything, she graduated. I graduated first, then she graduated, because I was a little bit older than her. Actually, I was a lot older than her, but whatever. Like, not like a ton older than her, but I was like a good bit older than her. I remember I saw her at the mall and she like asked me out on a date, but I was already talking to somebody else. But yeah. Anyway, that was that. Let's see here. One Me Games with the $4.99 says, imagine getting beat up by someone who smells like black axe and cocoa butter. Yeah, I know. But like there was a bunch of fraternity dudes there. Like there was a bunch of fraternity guys there. The purple guys. I don't know. You guys can look it up. Zeta, Beta, Alpha, Blacka, Mega. I don't know. Like it was some black fraternity. So like I had a lot of run-ins with a lot of the like different of the black fraternities. Like, nothing against them. They're fine. They do good work or whatever. Like, I don't care. But I had a number of run-ins with some of them, like the blue dudes, the red dudes, the purple dudes. That's what I called them. They didn't like that I called them blue dudes, purple dudes, yellow dudes, or not yellow. There's blue, red, purple. They didn't like that. If I say, oh, the purple dudes, they're like, oh, we're made up. I'm just like, okay. Yeah, purple dudes. And that's one thing that kind of got some of them mad, because I had addressed them as purple dudes, or blue dudes, or red dudes. Well, they almost beat me. I had to run one night. They had like some thing at the campus, and I was dating this chick. She was terrible. She's like the worst girlfriend I've ever had. I was dating this one chick when I was in college, and we went to like the fraternity thing. Like it was at night, and they were all. It was like, I guess it was like an initiation, and I don't know why I went. I should have never went, but anyway, I went with my girlfriend, and they were like, "Hey, So then I was like, I should have never done this. This was wrong. I was like, Blue 42! And I was like, and I thought they were joking around. So then I did it one time just to be stupid. And they didn't like that. So one of them was like, hey man, you got a problem? I was like, baby! And then he said, they just started right after me. I was like, oh, so I just took off running. Bro, I booked it out of there, bro. The blue dudes were chasing me. They were chasing me through the campus. I just took off. I'm like, man, y'all ain't gonna catch me. That's why I always, when I was college, I always wore my Nike running shoes, man. You never know when you're gonna have to run. So I had my Nikes on, bro. The Nikes were there. Let's see here. College Power Rangers. Yeah, black was a fragrance. One me. Shout outs to One Me. Thank you for the $4.99. Yeah, black was the fragrance. Because there's just a certain level of black that he smelled like. So there you go. Let's see here. OJ, to be fair, you should have known. Oh, I definitely should have known better. I'm not even blaming them for that. I saw them later and they were all mean mugging me. And I was like, hey guys, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. My bad. They were mean. And they'd been doing stuff with my girlfriend anyway. So they're like, oh, we did something with your girlfriend. I was like, oh, well, I mean, how was it? That's what I said. We did something with your girlfriend. Oh, yeah, we were calling her up. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. That's great. Yeah, she's kind of like that. I was like, yeah, because they all surrounded me at one point. I'm like, yeah, she's kind of like that, man. But you know what? Have at it. I'm just going to go this way if y'all don't mind. They just looked at me and they thought I was going to try to fight them right there. They were trying to bait me into fighting them. I'm like, bro, I'm going to get beat up right now because there's all of you guys. If it was one-on-one, sure, I'd knock them out. I wouldn't be. But there's like 5 or 6 of them. I'm not going to win. So they're, oh, yeah, we do something with your girlfriend. We double team. I'm like, I guess. I'm like, that's kind of nasty. Y'all looking at each other. And that almost got me punched. That one right there almost got me punched. But I'm like, hey, guys, calm down. I'm like, it's okay. Y'all want to do something with her? Go ahead. Do something. It's fine by me. It's fine. I actually don't care. She's barely my girlfriend, to be honest, you know? I was already talking to somebody else. So it was like, I didn't really care, you know? So yeah. So it was all good. So there was red, yellow, blue, green. Yeah, kinda. But yeah, I should have known better. But it was, you know, look, I didn't know. But it was funny though. I used to have said, baby. So you just bounced, and your girlfriend. Yeah, I just ran away. My girlfriend was still there. When I ran. I just ran. They knew I was kind of dating, but they didn't care. Like in college, they don't like if you have a girlfriend. The chances of anybody else actually caring is slim to none, by the way. Unless that girl is just so into you and you guys know for sure everything's gonna be like, you can tell, but most of the time, if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend in college, it literally means almost nothing. It means almost nothing, because chances are somebody else is probably talking to them or probably doing something with them or whatever, you know, like that's just how college is. So it really didn't bother me too much. Like I kind of knew, and like I said, there was already one guy she introduced me to, so I already kind of knew, okay, she's just kind of like that. I mean, I kind of just stopped caring after that, but we weren't even really dating that much after that, because like we didn't even really like each other that much, so it wasn't even really like a big deal. Like when they said that, I was like, okay. So, what's your craziest surreal life story? I mean, I do OJ's Bizarre Adventure story time. So that was a pretty crazy one. I got more, Rob, that I'll do later in the future. I can't do too many OJ's Bizarre Adventure story time, but I'll tell more. I'll probably tell some tomorrow. I'll probably retell Hunger Games OJ. I think that's probably the most crazy. I don't know. What do you guys think? Out of everybody that knows the stories, for those who know my stories like Dank and Party Man and all that, what do you guys think is the craziest one? And maybe I'll tell that story tomorrow for the pre-order, before we do pre-orders. So what do you guys think is the craziest one? Surreal or craziest one? I've noticed that every girl I'm interested in is either married or dating. That's what happens when you get older, Super Christian Me World. When you get older, everyone starts getting married. Everyone starts, having kids or is with someone else, or long time story. OJ exposed them with one joke, yeah. Because I said, oh yeah, we were double teamed. I'm like, so y'all were looking at each other? I was like, ooh. He's like, what'd you say? I was like, hey, calm down. I'm just joking, man. Have at it. I feel for him. Be careful though, fam. Like, I don't know who else is going. Might want to get checked, fam. Shout out to POTUS with the tune-in tier pledge. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, POTUS. Thank you so much for the support, brother. Let's go. He says, yeah, I waited too long. Yo, shout out. Thank you for the tune-in tier pledge. Let's go. For those who want to become elite ninjas, Thank you so much for becoming an elite exclamation mark member. Get yourself an elite ninja membership. It's only $1 to become that true ninja. So let's go. Oh, do you have? I don't have a playlist. No, I just randomly tell the OJ's Bizarre Adventure Storytime every now and then. Rob, it just kind of organically pops up, you know. So, Bad Sense says Hunger Games OJ. Yeah, Hunger Games OJ was interesting because it was essentially me versus a 6 foot tall T1000 problem child. When I was in 4th grade, he was in 6th grade, and this dude was T1000. White guy, tall, slender, tall white guy, and he wanted to like literally kill me. So maybe I'll tell that story tomorrow. And I was stuck at a school where basically we were mirroring each other for like about a good hour and a half to 2 hours, 2 hours maybe, and I was in like complete fear of my life because he was going to kill me. So maybe I'll tell that story tomorrow. Yeah, the OJ versus T1000. Yeah, that was. I look back, that dude was. That dude was running. He looking like T1000 behind me, bro. But yeah, the dude was 6 foot tall, man. 6 foot in 6th grade. That's crazy. He was a solid, probably 6'1", maybe. He was tall, so he looked like a giant to me because I was short. I was like 4 foot something. So that was crazy. That was scary as heck, but it was fun. It's funny looking back at it now. You know, it's funny looking back at it now. But back then it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. But it was funny. It's funny now. You know. It's definitely funny now. All right, let's get some Task Force Neuron. Let's go. Shout outs to Prody, shout outs to Rob. Thank you for the $2. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you have not hit that like button yet. If you guys have any other content that you guys want to talk about, we can. It looks like we have some more Switch 2 news. There's a rumor that Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered is coming to Switch. Xtas is saying that it's coming over to Switch 2. So he's gotten some stuff. Forza Horizon 5, that's coming. Apparently that Elder Scrolls Oblivion is coming as well. There's active work on it. Also, it appears that Street Fighter 2 might have some DLSS. Digital Foundry says that Street Fighter 2, if you believe what they say. They say that while their initial pixel count of Street Fighter 6 during the Switch 2 Direct revealed pointed to a native 1080p based on unlimited footage, the more Nintendo recent treehouse shows that it's a native 960 by 540 with the 1080p target using AI upscaling. So the evidence suggests NVIDIA's DLSS based on this footage. Looking back, the 540p upscale appears to be in place in the original direct footage as well. It's remarkable clean scale in most shots, with the first few frames following a camera cut being to catch the base resolution in dock mode play. We'll be sure to report back. It's hard to take. I gotta wait to see until we get the actual stuff, because Digital Foundry's been off on their DLSS and their pixel counts, and they've just been off. But maybe Street Fighter, they said no games use DLSS, but now we have games that are all of a sudden now using DLSS. So we'll see what happens. So maybe Street Fighter uses it. We'll see overall. So I don't think they wanted your girl, they wanted you. Maybe. I can see it's using DLSS means it's a good version. I mean, you want to see DLSS being utilized, because then you can put that towards making sure that the frame rate stays stable the whole time, right? Because it takes the load off the CPU. So that's definitely a good thing. If they can take a 540p base image resolution and upscale to make it look like 1080p, and then make it run lock 60 frames with no dips, that's definitely a good thing. If they can utilize it, that frees up resources. It's a positive thing. So if we got 2 games already at launch that use it, and that's just at launch, when developers get more time utilizing it, I think it's going to be even better and better, right? So definitely a good thing. Let's see, Street Fighter 6 looks really solid on Switch 2. It does. It looks good. It looks solid. It looks. I think they said like initially they've got some image clarity that looks like better than Xbox Series S. Don't expect obviously like a PS5 quality, but it's going to be solid. It's going to be good. It's not going to be bad. That's the thing. We're going to get more ports because of this. We're going to get more ports across the board because of this. So that's good. Do you think the guys from back then are still Power Rangers? I don't think so. I don't think so. See, if they can't see it using DLSS, that means it's a good version. Yeah. Can I buy the Switch 2 straight from Nintendo Shop? They are gonna have Master Blaster. They are gonna have a pre-order direct in May for people, for the most dedicated people. So not for everyone, just the most dedicated. So no, but if you put a ton of time into your Switch, then maybe. Benz 310 Benzino.
Hello OJ and everyone.
Shout out.
Good luck to everyone tonight.
Tomorrow.
Hope the Essence community secure their Switch too.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, crossed fingers.
Yeah, it's gonna be tomorrow night, Benz. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that big $10 dono. We out here going even
Further beyond!
Let's go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for the donos tonight, man. I appreciate you guys coming out with the combo breaks. Let's keep it rolling. Took a few days to be back with vengeance, hitting this up. Let's go. Shout outs. Let's get it, baby. Thank you guys for the support, man. Yo, Big Ben's 310 in the house. You guys give him some love in the chat. If you guys drop a dono, make sure you get your music request in too. So Benz, if you got some music that you want, let me know. I got you. So Nintendo pre-order from their site is different time, right? Yeah, it's gonna be May. I think May 8th for Nintendo. OJ, are you keeping up the May Nintendo pre-order too? I mean, if I can get one, sure, but it's gonna be based off of what I get here too. Like, if I can already get one, I'm not gonna tie up a Switch that can go to somebody else. You know, like I think this time I don't want to do that. And my wife doesn't want one, you know, so she'll just play mine if she wants to play my Switch, or she has a Switch 1 that she can play. She doesn't really care about graphics like that or anything. She just wants to kick a soccer ball around in FIFA or whatever, so she can play PS5, or she doesn't really care. She's worried about getting her own stuff done. So you know, I don't want to take up resources or take up a Switch for somebody else. So I'll probably just get one and I'll be happy with one, and then I'll probably just give away the money for someone else to get one, or hey, you got a free Switch, right? Somebody in the community got a free Switch, or if somebody didn't get it, or maybe they, you know, they're struggling, they can't necessarily buy one, well, I can, you know, give you, if you win it, you can get a Switch yourself. But I don't want to take up resources for like the Switch Online or something like that. I want everyone to get one that can. So I don't want to take up, you know, getting 2 or 3 of them, then like, you know, having to ship and do all that. I think that's just lame. So let's just, like I said, we'll just give the money away. You know, we'll just do it that way. How do we always end up on the dating topic? It's natural here. OJ, are you keeping that May Nintendo? But I don't think I don't have a pre-order for it yet. We're just gonna, it's maybe, you know, you might be able to get one. Nintendo Switch 2 proving Digital Foundry wrong since 2025. Hey, there you go. Kind of. Just check Twitter. Why is everyone mad at Digital Foundry? Just because Twitter, because Digital Foundry, they've been getting some things wrong with the Switch 2. So that's the reason why some are kind of like, you know, doubting Digital Foundry or saying certain things, because they've been getting some stuff wrong overall. So I think that's what's happening there, why people are like, you know, whatever on that. So, but remember guys, I have a brand new video that came out today as well that went over some of the big sales explosion as well with the Switch 2. So if you haven't seen that video yet, check out that video. It's up, so put it in your watch later. Hang out here, of course, tonight. But yeah, it's my first top video in my last 10. My last 10 videos have been things have been kind of low, but that's okay. And we've been having trolls come through and hit the dislike button on like every video. So if you guys can watch the video and hit the like button on there, that would be great, because we've been having like a lot of I'm pretty sure it's the trolls from the whole Steam Deck video. Like they've just been hovering around my channel. So if you guys can go hit the like button, you know, we used to be 96% and above for the videos. So if you can hit the like button on my most recent video, if you can watch it, put it in your watch later, just hit the like button, comment, you know, and please watch it if you can all the way through. That'd be great, just so once again we can kind of steer it in the right direction. But yeah, that Steam Deck video definitely hit my likes, which is not a big deal, like, to be honest. But I mean, like, it's kind of crazy. My last like 15 videos, I've only had one or two videos go over 95%, which is unlike my channel. So yeah, so definitely have a few trolls rolling through, but that's okay. It's no big deal. They're free to hit the like or dislike button. All right, let's see here. Hey, what up, Roller? Now, welcome. My Skell passed through more time in the junkyard than my bags. You gotta get the Skell HP packs, man. You gotta get out of, you gotta jump out of the Skell when it's about to die, when it's about to blow up, or have the Skell insurance. So yeah. Already saw some videos say Oblivion puts Nintendo and Sony to shame. So predictable. Oblivion puts Nintendo in, for the charging for the remaster. Yeah, I mean, I guess when it's not buggy or glitchy. But yeah, that's good. I mean, that's a fine video to make. Like, if you think Oblivion is worth it more than what Nintendo and Sony has done, then that's fine too. I actually don't have a problem with the videos like that. But if they want to say it puts them to shame, that's fine. I don't have guys. Let me just make sure I make this clear. I don't have a problem with people liking Microsoft or liking Sony or liking whatever more than Nintendo. Like, I want to make sure that I'm clear. I don't care what another grown man, probably in their 30s with kids and all that, likes. Like, it's toys, it's video games. So let me just make sure I make that very, very clear. I don't care what Angry Joe says about the Nintendo Switch 2. I don't care what millionaires like Voice Critical complaining about $10 with Mario Kart or Nintendo. Like, nobody cares. At least I don't care. Nobody cares. Like, so let's just make sure I make that very clear, you know? So if it wasn't clear, I do not care what grown men, you know, millennials think about toys and think about Switch 2 or whatever. Like, if they don't like it, or if they're angry, or if they're upset, let them be angry and upset. Everyone's allowed as a consumer to like and dislike what they want. Nobody cares. Like, if you don't want to buy it, then don't buy it. If you want to buy it, then buy it. If you don't like what they're doing, then you're allowed to say that. Now, if you want to spread misinformation, I have a problem with misinformation being spread, so I can comment on that. But in terms of their own personal opinion, who cares? It's toys. Like, a lot of these guys are hypocritical. Like I said, they buy assault rifles, they buy all sorts of extravagant things, they buy cars, and they buy assault rifles, and they buy all sorts of stuff, but then try to act like Mr. Consumer for over $10. So that's their prerogative. That's their money. They can buy what they want. They can like what they want, but I'm not going to sit here and agree with them and say, oh yeah, you got to, man, you don't even like Nintendo. You don't buy theirs. Like, you don't even, stop acting like you care like that. You don't. You know what I'm saying? You buy assault rifles, you buy all sorts of stuff. So the money ain't a problem. Like, you're just grandstanding for Twitter and for YouTube, which is fine. You can do that, but don't expect me to be all, oh yeah, see, and be all, oh yeah. Like, no. Like, I'll make my own video, I'll say what I gotta say, but I'm not gonna be sitting here and riding the coattails of other guys. Like, that's just weird. Like some people are doing. It's just a weird thing. It's just really weird to me. So that's not happening. Let's see here. Just don't care. Yeah, I don't care what they can say what they want. They can believe what they want. They can like what they want. Don't like what they don't. But I mean, I don't care. I'm more power to them. Enjoy. Have fun. Do what you got to do. I'm gonna buy 3 Switch 2s and give away 2 to the members of the Broke Bum community. Juice Man Vaughn, you changed your avatar. What is your avatar, Juice? I didn't even notice you. If you've been here for a while, what's up, man? You changed your avatar. This is the first time you've changed your avatar since. Oh, what is that avatar, Juice? What is that avatar? Why some is that the real Juice Man Vaughn? That's got to be the real Juice Man Vaughn, because you're the you gonna start making content, bro? Let's see here. Yeah, you're gonna get through them and give away 2. I saw that you had a big tweet and you had a lot of people going after you, Juice Man. I saw that tweet where we went like kind of like semi-viral. And I saw that you had a lot of people going after you on that tweet, man. Let's see. I was messing around. It's some steaks on a grill. Hey, look, steaks on a grill is good stuff. Steaks on a grill is some good stuff, fam. Some good stuff. Let's do it. Also, the thing is, they also have a problem with you guys clearing misinformation in my head. Apparently, to them, spreading misinformation about Nintendo is morally correct. Yeah, if they have a problem with me spreading, like me clearing up misinformation, that's their problem. That's not my problem. So. Culture Warrior with the $3 dono. Let's go.
Did you just say that these are just toys? These are more than just toys, OJ. This is a fight for our culture. It is life or death in these streets. We're dying sitting on our butts trying to fight Nintendo while also deprogramming the people.
What's up, Polnick? Yeah, that's fine too. If you want to get involved in that's also fine. As well. Steak Man Vaughn. Oh, let's go Steak Man Vaughn. Yeah, I didn't notice. That's Juice. That's Juice Man Vaughn. They're angry because they scared Nintendo's becoming the next Sony. Because, listen, I don't know if Nintendo's never going to become the next Sony. I think what some people are upset, there are legitimate people that are upset that are Nintendo fans that don't like to see a certain thing, but a lot of the people that are online are grandstanding and performing. Once again, they're buying DualSense Edge controllers, they're buying Elite controllers, they're buying $240 Xbox Live, they're buying $180 PSN or $80 PSN. They're buying all sorts of stuff. They're buying $200 PS Portal earbuds or PS Portals. They're buying VR. Like, I've literally seen people that buy everything that Sony does. You know what I'm saying? Like, the prices. And then sit here and say, $80! You know what I'm saying? Like, or they're buying The Last of Us, you know, again, even though they've already bought that multiple times. And they're sitting here, they're going crazy over this. And it's like, it's a lot of performative nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's performative nonsense. So that's what I'm talking about. The hypocritical people out there. You can buy what you want. You can say what you want. But I do think it's silly if you come to my page complaining and saying that I'm a problem, yet you're pocket watching me, or you're pocket watching other Nintendo fans. You're claiming that we're all getting fleeced. We're all dumb. They basically say we're dumb, you know, because they're saying that you guys are, you know, Nintendo, you guys have an abusive relationship. They're calling us stupid, okay? So they're calling us dumb and all that, and that's the issue that I have. Look, if you think something isn't a good deal, that's fine. You can do that. But don't sit here and start calling everybody else stupid because we want to get something or because we're going to get something. But you're out here buying whatever the hell that you want that I don't think PSN is worth it. For me, I don't care what free games they give you. I'm not spending $80 a year on PSN. I'm not spending $180 a year on PSN. I sure as hell ain't spending $200 and something on Game Pass on games that I don't even have the time to play. I don't care. I'll go out and buy the game and I'll play the game one by one or whatever. I'll own the game. So the fact that I don't tell anybody that they're stupid or think that they're getting fleeced, even though maybe I think that. I think it's a good deal, but maybe I might think that. Let's just say hypothetically I think that. I'm not going to tell somebody else that they're getting fleeced and all this, but I got people telling me that we're stupid and we're fleeced over $20 a year. That's where I've had enough, you know, like that's where I'm like drawing the line. Or we're getting fleeced over a controller, yet you buy a $200 DualSense Edge or a $150 Elite controller, or you buy 200, like stop telling me what to do with my money when you're over here spending it on stuff that I'm not spending my money on that. So maybe I have the money to buy this. Maybe it is overpriced, sure, but maybe I have the money because since 2020 you've been spending an average of let's just say $100 online. So over the last 5 years you've spent $500 on online, or you've spent $1,000 if you $200 online Game Pass, or $150. You've spent $700, or if you spent $600 on online over the past 5 years since 2020. Well, I haven't spent that, so maybe I don't care about it as much. Maybe it's, you know, look, I don't like prices going up, but maybe it's not that big of a deal to me. I can buy the Pro Controller and I can buy Mario Kart because I'm not spending, you know, $100 plus on online every single year. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't. I actually have not spent a single I think I did like Game Pass like 1 month on accident because I did like $1 Pop-Tart, and then like I spent like another like 20 something a month before I canceled it. Maybe there was that, but I haven't bought PSN this whole generation. I haven't bought PSN since 2016, 2017. That was the last time that I got PSN. Not because it's not a good service. It's a fine service. It's just not for me, you know? So maybe I can get some stuff like this because I don't know, I don't spend so much on PSN. You know, maybe if you didn't spend so much on PSN, you wouldn't be worrying about what we're spending. Right? So just worry about yourself, you know? Worry about yourself. Worry about that $80 a year that you're spending, or worry about that $180 a year that you're spending, or that $200 a year that you're spending, you know, or that $200 controller that you bought, or that $150 controller that you bought, or that freaking $400 PSVR that you bought, or that, I don't know, like what else, bro? Like, or that freaking $200 PS Portal that you bought, or that $200, like stop pocket watching me, you know? Stop, or that $2,000 graphics card that you bought. I mean, I didn't spend $2,000 on a graphics card. You know, I didn't spend that's $2,000 on a graphics card. That's freaking the GameCube, the Wii U, and the Switch with some change left over. You know, I bought all those systems for around $2K. Just those systems. So I don't want to hear it from these people. I'm just tired of hearing it from them. Like, order the Switch 2 first, then games and accessories separate. Order it all together. Order it all together if you can. Basically, again, quit having fun. Yeah, quit having fun, bro. So these dudes will buy a 50 series GPU for $3K. Exactly. They'll never pocket watch somebody else buying a expensive GPU because they like PC gaming. They'll never pocket watch that. It's worth it, you know. But somebody else, like, what if, you know, if I buy this, it's not worth it because it's in your eyes. Like, who cares? Like I said, are you on my taxes? Do you claim me? Am I under your household? Like, these people, like I said, this is really, really, really weird behavior. Like I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And those $100 Nike shoes too. And those $100, them Nikes, bro. Them Nikes. Although I will be honest, so I got my Nike. What's Nike shoes I rock? Okay, no, my Nikes ain't here. Hold up. Oh no, I don't got my Nikes here. I would have showed you guys the Nikes that I was rocking. The Nikes that I was rocking in Beverly Hills were sweet though. I did have to pick me up my pair of Nikes. They were sweet. I already had them, but you know, I had to clean them up with the Mr. Clean. The Mr. Clean whites. Clean them up. They cleaned up very nice, man. They cleaned up so nice. It was great. They cleaned up nice, fam. They cleaned up nice. Let's see here. Be honest. Was Nintendo Select's Player's Choice actually a good move long term? I personally feel it kind of devalue relevance of certain IPs. They were good for the time being, like because Nintendo needed to do them at the time being, so they made sense back then. But there we go. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Here we go. Yeah, you like these ones, right?
Yeah,
They're nice. So yeah, I was rocking these ones right here in Beverly Hills. These were, I definitely had people looking at the shoes. Definitely had them. So I was rocking these ones in Beverly Hills. These are the special edition ones. They actually weren't too bad on price though. They actually weren't like super expensive. I actually got them on sale, but the design is really good. It pretty much goes with anything. But yeah, these are the ones that I was rocking in Beverly Hills. Cleaned them up. They looked really nice. So yeah, these ones. My wife heard me, so she just brought them by. They weren't that bad though. They were under 150. I think they were like 110 plus tax and shipping. So yeah. I want Player's Choice to make a comeback. It just won't happen. Yeah, I just don't know if Player's Choice is ever gonna make a comeback. You know, I don't know if they're ever gonna make a comeback at all. So I don't see it. You know, will Nintendo have a direct have a queue? Will Nintendo Direct have a queue system? I hate waiting for over an hour. I'm not sure exactly how they're gonna do it. Nintendo's never done this before, so we'll see how they do it. You know. I resell Powerpuff Girls Nikes, made some money. Hey, there you go, man. I rock $33 Converse. Hey, look, man. I don't foot watch you guys. Whatever shoes you guys rock, whatever shoes you guys want to buy, I'm down with it. I don't ever tell people they shouldn't rock whatever shoes. If you like rocking the $30 Converses, rock them. You like rocking more higher price shoes, rock them. I honestly do not care what people rock. I do not care at all. You guys rock whatever you want. For me, I'm an Air Jordan 1 guy. I only wear, in terms of shoes, I only wear Air Jordan 1s. Like mid, like either lows or mids. I don't wear highs. I wear either mids or I wear lows, and that's all I wear. Those are the only shoes that I have. I have sandals and anything, but I don't rock anything else. But that's just me. That's just my style. I look good in the Jordan 1s. And I'll buy one pair every like year and a half. I'll buy like one pair. But I haven't bought, that was the last pair that I bought. The last pair that I bought, or no, it was the black ones that I have that were on sale for like $80. But yeah, I don't really, and I bought those like almost 2 years ago now, like a year and a half ago. Yeah, almost like a year and a half ago now. So maybe I'll buy another pair like later this year or next year. But yeah, I just buy every now and then, like to go with some different outfits I have whenever I go out. But yeah, I don't really splurge or nothing because Jordans are expensive. So, but yeah, you guys rock whatever shoes you rock. It don't matter. Rock whatever you rock, you know. You know. So yeah. If they do bring it back, please don't use that ugly canvas box. Yeah, I don't see the reason why I don't see them bringing that back, because Nintendo Selects were a product at the time, man. At the time, you found ways to lower the manufacturing costs and all that, and like games didn't cost as much to make. But in today's day, games cost so much to make, cartridges are so expensive. I don't see them ever going back to that. I don't see them going back. So yeah. If a guy's wearing all black forces, he wants to fight, what you gonna do? All black forces. Yeah, I don't like wearing all black shoes because they make my feet hot in the summer. So I like wearing the light colored shoes, like the white colored shoes, or like shoes that have like you know, white and black and like a different design on there. Because if you wear the all blacks, oof, makes your feet hot, you know, makes your feet hot in the summer. So although wintertime, I do got like a pair of like dark blue, like Jordan mids that are like fabric, like jean fabric. They're kind of weird looking, but they're cool. And those ones make my feet hot too. So, yeah. Oh, Juice Man Bond, you changed your avatar back. What happened? Companies don't have stuff like Player's Choice and Greatest Hits anymore. Yeah, no more Platinum Hits, Greatest Hits, Player's Choice. Nah, we don't get that no more, man. We don't get that no more, which is unfortunate. As I got older, all I need is comfortable running shoes. No more Jordans for me. yeah. Not me, though. Not me, though. I'll get some every now and then. But, no, I'm actually set, though. I'm actually set. I've got enough for, like, the clothes that I have. Like, every single pair of clothes like that I have, I've got at least one good one that I can wear with it. So, yeah, I'm good. Maybe if I see something, like, I haven't even looked at the Nike app in a while. But maybe if I see something really good for, like, Black Friday, there's always crazy deals. So if I see something good for Black Friday, maybe I'll pick up something that, like, you know, that's, like, on sale or something like that. Like, the models that they didn't sell. So, yeah. My wife does not care. The girl talk, she does not care about that. She talks about stuff in the past, you know, and all that. So, yeah, we're actually pretty cool with stuff like that. She knows that it was before her, so it's all good. She knows. It's no big deal. She talks about stuff that happened before me, you know, so we laugh about it. We're just like, oh, that's funny. So it's no big deal. Let's see here. Canada's Best is hi, OJ. Hey, what's up, Canada's Best? Welcome. Yo, OJ, I did some overtime last week. We getting Switch 2. Nintendo not catching me lacking. Hey, not catching you lacking. We out here. Your boy Zay. We out here, fam. Let's go. I have low Nikes. I just don't like them. Hey, man, that happens. Did you ever have a pair of Reebok pumps? I did have a pair of Reebok pumps. If you go back, if you watch my video or my, what's it called? I had a pair. They weren't exactly the Reebok pumps, but they were like the Reebok pumps. But I wore it when I went to go play Fire Emblem 3 Houses. And I took a picture with Chico. I put it on Twitter. Those were like similar like Reebok pumps. They weren't exactly Reebok pumps, but they were trying to emulate the old school like the 92 Reebok pumps. So I did kind of have those. I could never afford them back in the day when I was younger. I couldn't afford them, but I did get like a replica pair of Reebok pumps. So yeah. Let's see here. OJ, any thoughts on Oblivion reveal today? Are you not much into the series? I used to be into Oblivion and I used to be into Bethesda games, but I think I've tapped. I'm cashing out, bro. I'm cashing out on Bethesda games. I don't think I'm ever gonna be excited about another like Bethesda open world RPG. It's just not for me. I'm done. But I used to be into them back in the day. So yeah. I did watch the Switch 2 Direct again. I watched it. I think I've watched it 3 times now at this point, just so I can have it in my brain what happened. But yeah, I'm gonna watch the Switch 2 Direct again. Probably like I'm gonna probably watch it a few more times before the launch. It's a great Direct. Like it's a really, if you obviously take away all the stuff that happened afterwards, but if you just watch it, dude, that Direct is freaking awesome. It's a great Direct. It's really good. It's very surprising for Nintendo. Like, that's one of the most surprising Directs. Like, there's one block that I love in there. The block where they go over 3 types of games. Nintendo Switch, you know, Nintendo Switch 2 games, Nintendo Switch, like, backwards compatibility, like, Nintendo Switch 2 editions. Like, after they get to, like, the Jamboree part, that part kind of lags a bit. But once you get past that, they go into Zelda, they go into Kirby, they go into Metroid Prime, and like they start talking about 4K, 60, what, like that's when you're like, whoa! They start blowing you away right there. And then of course, like it just the third party they start rolling out the third party games, then it ends with Donkey Kong. The second half of that is really good, you know. The Direct was awesome though. It was a great Direct. It was a very good, and like even like the beginning, talk about Mario Kart. You know, talking about like the tech specs of the system, you know, like that, like the welcome tour, but then it's like, oh, you gotta pay for it, so it's kind of like a little bit of buzz on that one. You know, then you got like drag cross drive, and you're like, okay, that's interesting. Then you got like the Pro controller, you got some other stuff they go over. You're like, okay, that's good. Okay, you got a headphone jack on there. It's a great Direct. It's superbly paced. It's very well done. There's a ton of game announcements. That's one of the best Directs, if not Nintendo's best Direct that I've seen. It's fantastic. It's better than their 2017 presentation. It beats the heck out of anything that they've done in the past for system reveal. It destroys the GameCube. It destroys all their previous system trailers and reveals. It just kills them. Kills the Wii, kills the Wii U, the 3DS. It destroys all of them. That's by far their best system reveal presentation, like by a country mile. Wii U's is not even close. The Wii U's was just oddly paced. It was live. It ended with Nintendo Land. I'm not talking about the first one, the first system reveal. I'm talking about like the actual one before E3. That one is one that's comparable to this one. Go back and watch their 2012 Nintendo E3. Go back and watch it, and you're gonna see pain. You're gonna see freaking Nagato. You're gonna see pain. That will be Gendorine Tensei. That. Or you're gonna see my pain is greater. that is pain right there, bro. It is rough. It is ending on Nintendo Land with fireworks and stuff. That is rough. That is rough. So yeah. Let's see here. I'm getting this Switch 2 Pro controller. Heard the battery's better. The battery's about the same. It's 40 hours, but the charge time is 3 hours better. They cut the charge time in half from 6 hours to 3 hours. So yeah. So the battery is faster charging. I watched a lot of direct reactions. Nice. The Switch 2 Direct is goated. No one else nails the pacing of directs like Nintendo. Exactly. No, the pacing was great. Yeah, Faded Fate. The pacing was so good. Pocket. Oh, shout outs to the Pocket Watcher. Thank you for the $2. It says that sword behind you looks mighty expensive there. OJ, better have some music that goes with that sword. All right, I got you, Pocket Watcher. Let's go. Xenoblade Chronicles. Let's go with Xenoblade Chronicles. Gosh, Xenoblade. Actually, no. Let's go with Anna's theme from Fire Emblem. Because she handles all the money stuff. So people pocket watching. So let's get Anna's shop theme. Here we go. Can you guys hear it? If it's too loud, let me know. So let's get Anna's shop theme. Since people pocket watching out here. Thank you for the $2. Mr. Pocket Watcher. Thank you. Sorry, that was 12 minutes ago. My bad, dude. Thank you for the $2 dono. Let's go. We going further.
Even further beyond.
Can't wait to play all the Xenoblade games. I hope they get the updates going on there. But to be honest though, guys, the Switch 2 might actually fix those games because those games have a uncapped frame rate. So those games might actually stabilize and lock at 30 frames or maybe better without even any updates at all. Because it's emulation. It's emulation combined with a little bit of hardware running. So Nintendo stated that they said that some games when they tested them just ran better without even doing anything. So it is very possible that the Xenoblade games just run better off the top. Let's see here. Ben's 310 with the $4.99 says, do you think the Switch 2 additional back buttons on the new Pro Controller are going to be useful for Mario Kart in some way or even necessary for games? For games, yes. So complex RPGs, absolutely necessary. So let me give you a perfect example. Xenoblade Chronicles X. Xenoblade Chronicles X has a really weird control scheme where you have to use the D-pad to change arts, but the game is weird because you need to constantly change positions, but you can't have your finger, your thumb on the D-pad and on the analog stick at the same time. So it makes this weird thing where you're constantly going back and forth. So you have to map it to where you map the D-pad to the here, but then you have to map the D-pad functions or the L and R or the ZR and ZL to your D-pad, and like you have to map the jump button to your analog stick. So if you have the back paddles, right, you can customize and map the ZL and ZR. You can map those buttons to right here to where you can just use that and still play the game normally. So for Xenoblade, that controller almost seems built for Xenoblade Chronicles X or for Monolith Soft games in general. So yeah, I think that for Xenoblade or for complex RPGs, those buttons are going to be great. So yeah. I agree objectively, but for me, nothing will beat Breath of the Wild in the Switch Direct. Oh yeah, I mean the Breath of the Wild in the Switch Direct was awesome. That was great. But I mean, we got Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom in this one, running at frame rate, running at good frame rate. Shout outs to Ben's 310 though, man. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's gonna be good for that. Now, I think like even like Fire Emblem maybe, like quickly swapping between like characters in Fire Emblem, or you know, it's definitely gonna make sense. Like for like Mario Kart, no, those games are simplistic. So like you don't really need to have button mapping for Mario Kart, but for RPGs, I can see it being a really, really positive thing, you know? So yeah. Any game, so here's the thing with games that are running better, Rob. Any game that runs at an uncapped frame rate has the potential to either like just naturally go up or lock itself at 30 or just run better. Because the frame rate is uncapped, so it's a bottleneck, right? It's the CPU bottleneck. With the significantly better CPU, you put the game in there, it just runs better because the CPU is better. It's emulating the game. It's not playing it natively. Now, if you play it natively, then yes, it's going to run exactly the same way that it ran natively because you're actually playing it on that system. So let me give you an example. The Wii U, right? You ever seen backwards compatibility with the Wii U? If you take a Wii game and you put it in your Wii U, it's not playing emulated off of the Wii U. It's literally playing a Wii game. The Wii U has a Wii jammed in it. And then when you go to the Wii, it goes to Wii mode and it plays the game as if it was exactly like a Wii. Same thing goes for the 3DS. Same thing goes for the Wii playing GameCube games. There are no upgrades. Nintendo did not take that route this time. They did not want to jam a Switch into a Switch 2 because of the design of the system and because of the price. Like, it would cost more to do that. So what they did is that they did software emulation, kind of like how Microsoft does theirs, and Sony to a degree, Sony as well. So, but it's software. It's part hardware, part software. Some of the internals that are the same, but then it's also software emulation as well. So, so it can make games run better just off the top. I think for Xenoblade Chronicles X, the back paddles will be, I would say it's almost necessary. Like, Xenoblade Chronicles X does not play well with the default control scheme. Like, so most games, yeah, it won't be, you won't need it because there's hella buttons on here. But like, for certain games, it will be, like, Xenoblade, you need to remap it. Otherwise, Xenoblade X is not as enjoyable. Xenoblade Definitive Edition also is not as enjoyable. Nobody wants to sit there and be moving around like a tough boss where you have to get in position, especially certain classes like the Full Metal Jaguar, right? That class, you have to constantly be on the side, constantly be behind them, constantly be on the other side. You have to constantly move around. So some classes where it doesn't matter where your position is, then yeah, then you can, you know, it doesn't matter. Then moving your hand off of the control stick doesn't matter. But for like, if you're playing as Elmo or if you're playing as a Full Metal Jaguar or certain classes, you know, like Winged Viper, stuff like that, you want to be able to freely move and switch arts so you can fast get your arts out, especially if you're fighting against a tough boss. So for Xenoblade, I would say that it's either you have to map the buttons or you have a controller that has back paddles and like you program it yourself, you know? Yo, Roshdom, thank you for the $3 dono.
I see your point in the vid today about the SW2 Pro controller being better than SW1 Pro controller. But IDK if I agree it's better than the PS5 one when it's more dollar. Triggers and haptics alone for the DualSense feel like a step up from SW2 controller.
Well, the Switch 2 controller isn't out yet, Roshdom. So I don't know if it's a step up, if it's not out yet. I was simply just comparing it from what we know. We have to hold the controller, but if it's, from what I've been told, the controller feels better, more quality, better grip, and I think it's lighter. I think the Switch 2 Pro controller, I think it's a slightly lighter, and it has a 40-hour battery life compared to the DualSense. To me, don't get me wrong, the DualSense is fantastic, but the battery life on that controller is complete trash. For a $70 controller to have 5-hour battery life, sometimes maybe even shorter, that to me, it doesn't make it better. DualSense, maybe if you want to exclude battery life, but I think that battery life needs to be a part of the discussion. I think it is a feature because you wouldn't want a controller with 10-minute battery life, right? So battery life is important. So if we're factoring in battery life and if we're factoring in everything, like we have HD Rumble 2, right? We got to see how HD Rumble 2 is. I would take the controller with the battery life with the built-in back paddles. That's just me though. But I do like, in terms of the controller feel, it's about equal to me with the Pro controller, the Switch 1 Pro controller, and the DualSense. I think if you're counting out battery life, I think the DualSense definitely is better. It's a better controller. But if you're factoring in battery life, the Switch 1 and Switch 2 Pro controllers are definitely just as good, if not slightly better, in my opinion, because my controllers die so damn often. There's sometimes I'm playing a game, it will last only 3 hours, and if I forget to charge it, or for some reason it's just killing my battery, and I just charged it and it already needs another charge. Like, so for me, battery life definitely matters. It definitely matters So I see what you're saying, and I don't think that you're wrong. Your opinion is valid, but I'm just talking about it from, if you want back paddles, you're gonna have to spend $200 on the controller. Plain and simple. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, if you want back paddles on the PS5 controller, you're dropping 200, which is fine. If you can drop the money, that's fine. It's worth it, right? But like, they didn't increase the battery life. Like with the PS5, the DualSense, it's $200 with a 5 to 6 hour battery life. You know, if you're lucky, if you're lucky, 5 to 6 hours. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, we don't have the controller yet, you know, but I was just talking about like what it offers from the base package. You know, what it offers from the base package. The triggers, you're right about the triggers. The Switch 2 does not have triggers or analog triggers. I don't like triggers. I don't play shooters or racing games like that, so I don't care about triggers. Digital gives you instant feedback. I play RPGs. I play action games. There's no need to pull a trigger in an action game. In an action game like Devil May Cry, you want instant response. You don't want to have to take the time to pull the trigger. In action games, in adventure games, in lots of games, in RPGs. So the games that I play, there's no point in actually having analog triggers. It does nothing. It doesn't add anything to the experience. You know, so for me, I don't need analog triggers. I know for other people, racing games, shooting games, maybe you'll like that, but I don't care. So for me, it's not that I don't need analog triggers, but I get some people, it's big for that, for them. But in terms of haptics, Switch 2 has HD Rumble 2. From what I understand, the HD Rumble 2 is more, it's got more finite control over DualSense based on some reports. It's not maybe as profound, but there's more like smaller motors in there that change things up. So it is improved over Switch 1. Now, once again, we haven't played it yet, but reports coming out from the Nintendo Switch 2 experience is that it's better. The HD Rumble is better than Switch 1. So we'll see how it compares once the controllers come out. Thank you for the $3 though. Brian D, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Shout outs. Let's go. Thank you for the $3 though. I appreciate you, Rosh Dami. Yeah, I agree though, man. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let me read up what Juice says. Another thing that's apparent to me is that this Furukawa's Nintendo for real now. Yeah. What's your favorite? That's 100% true. What's your favorite outdoor outfit for those shoes? I'd say black dress, shirt, untucked. I don't know about if I have a favorite outfit for them. I'm not really sure. I can't think of anything right now. So yeah, I can't think of anything. 60 FPS Xenoblade. Yeah, that'd be nice, David. I'd be down, dude. There's definitely more uncapped games than Monster Hunter Stories 2. There's a ton of uncapped games on Switch 1. Like Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is another one. But yeah, all the Xenoblade games are too. Astral Chain is also uncapped as well. So all of those can just run better off the top. Let's see here. If you had to choose one, Joy-Con charger grip or Pro Controller? Pro Controller. If you think Mario Kart Reveal Shock was dumbed down because it was teased at the Switch 2 trailer, no, I don't think so. I think that it was basically just the fact that the game is $80. If the game was not $80 and if they didn't already show it as much, people would be like, okay, cool, it's just marketing. Most of the directs that are based off the games are just marketing. It's just a marketing thing. It's not really meant to be some type of like, oh, you know, people that are gonna buy the game. But like that direct did like 2 million views plus views, so mission accomplished, I guess, right? Battery wise, I agree 100,000%, but tech wise, the triggers, I don't know, but we'll see when it comes out. Someone will probably raise the price on any one of the accessories. Yeah, I get it. You know, like tech wise, we'll see. The haptics in the PS5 controller is better than HD Rumble 1, but we'll see about HD Rumble 2. We'll see about HD Rumble 2. In terms of the other tech, I mean, outside of haptics, that's really it. It's got a gyro, and that's about it. I mean, I can't think of anything else that the PS5 controller does tech-wise over it. It's got a gyro. They both got gyro. They're both of their gyros the same. And what else does the PS5 controller has? I mean, it has a touchpad in the center, but that's not really anything. That's just their touchpad. Most games don't even really use it outside of hitting the menu. It's got the triggers, yes, which have the haptics built into those as well. Switch 2 has haptics on the top. It can still HD Rumble on the top, but obviously it's triggers. But once again, you know, that's just haptics, so we'll see. DualSense has a speaker. Okay, it has a speaker. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Switch 2. Yeah, it has a speaker. Okay, well, yeah, the speaker's a speaker, but the Wii Remote has a speaker. But yeah, that's true. It has that as well. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. I've heard some people call the Switch 2 Pro Controller best controller ever made. I've definitely heard that as well. I do think that the controller, in terms of the fit for the controller, I do like the fit for the controller a bit. It's about equal. Maybe a little bit better. It depends on what game I'm playing in the day, but the fit for the Pro Controller is good. You know, so we'll see when the controller, we'll see when it comes out. The reason why I actually like the Pro Controller more than the Switch, I like the Pro Controller more than like the PS5 DualSense is the battery life. That's the reason why I like the controller more. Like if you had to just put a, you know, like, why do you like the Pro Controller more? Battery life. This is a legit 40 hours, even with haptics. It's about a 40-hour charge, so I don't have to constantly charge my controllers. Which with PlayStation, I have to constantly charge them. You know, after 2 hours or so, I get a notification that it's going down. Like it's so, to me, it's just annoying. It's just that. That's really it. If the DualSense had a 40-hour battery life or even like a 20-hour battery life, it would be significantly better controller. But the charge just does not last long enough. So yeah. Yeah, that's the haptics. Once again, we talked about haptics. Feedback on that's the haptics. Isn't Xenoblade capped at 30? No, it's uncapped. So it can run below, and sometimes it can spike a bit, but it can run a little bit above, it runs below, but it's not capped at 30, no. It's uncapped. You should stream Xeno X on launch night. I don't know if I'll have time to stream Xeno X on launch night. I don't know if I'll have time to stream it on launch night because we will be doing launch stuff. So we're probably going to be doing, you know, we'll be doing like Mario Kart. No shots. I mean, shout outs to Xeno. But yeah, launch night will probably be, I think you guys are probably going to want to play Mario Kart on launch night, right? So we'll probably be unboxing, looking through the system, booting up Mario Kart, playing Mario Kart. Maybe if we have time, maybe we'll get the Xenoblade and see how it runs. But I think everyone's gonna want to play Mario Kart with me, so that'll probably be launch night. Maybe we'll check it out like the next day or something. But we'll probably do like a big long, you know, 5-6 hour plus stream, and we'll probably just play. We'll probably play Mario Kart. So yeah. So I know almost every third-party controller works with Steam, but man, I know you can use Switch Pro Controller to play Steam games. It works pretty well too. Yeah, I've never used the Switch controller to play Steam games. The Wii U Pro Controller had good battery life. It did. It had double the Switch 1 battery life. It had 80 hours, but it was a shell. Excuse me. It was a shell controller. There was like nothing in it. There was no features. There was like no actual features of the controller. That's why it had the battery life was so good. Mario Kart World looks incredible. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. Yeah, the Wii U Pro Controller, it's really good. It feels good in your hands. But it's light. It almost feels too light because it's like I said, it's just like a shell controller. Even though it is durable, but it just feels way too light. Yo, if I can get a recap of the pre-order guide, I probably missed it when you talked about it. Yeah, essentially tomorrow night, all places except for Amazon, Best Buy, Target, Walmart, 9 p.m. PT, 12 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna be streaming live right here, so look out for that. There's bundles too, so if you can't get a standard one, you might be able to get a bundle. You know, that's a lot higher priced, but it's gonna be there. Wii U controller had a better D-pad. Yeah, people talk about the D-pad all the time. I think they've kind of changed the D-pads from different Pro controllers. Some of them have certain D-pads, other ones are a little bit better, so I don't know. I don't really use the D-pad much for, like, I don't ever use the D-pad, even for 2D games, I don't use the D-pad, so that's not something that I can talk about too much, just because I don't ever really use the D-pad, to be honest. Yeah, I'm streaming pre-orders, I'm not opening my Switch 2 and playing Xenoblade first, as well as Mario Kart World. Oh yeah, you gotta, like, when you play it, when you get a new system, if you're playing an old game when you get a new system, that old game isn't significant, it's got to be significantly upgraded, like a Demon Souls like remake. But I'm not getting my Switch 2 to play backwards compatibility or something like that, right? Like we're gonna like on launch night, you want to play something new, you want to play something exciting, and Mario Kart World is gonna be the game that a lot of people have because of the bundle. So that game's everyone's gonna be all over the place with Mario Kart, you know. So we gotta play that. What up, bro? Ready for the pre-order? Yes, I'm ready for pre-order. You think we're gonna beat the scalpers tomorrow? I hope so. I beat the scalpers with the Switch 1 and the PS5 and the Xbox Series, so I think we can get them tonight or tomorrow. Probably a hot take, but I rock with the heavier controllers over the lighter ones. I like a regular size controller or regular weight controller. I don't like a heavy controller. I don't like a too light. I like perfect size. I think the perfect weight. This Pro Controller is the perfect weight. It's not too light. It's not too heavy. It's perfect. It's like a medium controller. So I like because like I just don't want it to be heavy in my hands. I mean I can rock the Wii U like the light one, but like a lot of controllers aren't really heavy. Like the Xbox controller isn't that heavy. The Xbox Elite controller is kind of heavy. But the regular Xbox Series controller is not that heavy. The PS5 DualSense is kind of heavy, but not really. You know. So, wait, which Xenoblade games have uncapped frame rates? I know they use dynamic resolution scaling. To my knowledge, they all cap at 30 in frame rates. From what I've seen them go a little bit above that in the Digital Foundry stuff. They went a little bit above and below. So, if that's the case, if they're locked, I don't think they're locked. From what I remember, at least, from what I remember. So if they're locked or if they're capped at 30, then what we can expect, maybe if there's no update, is maybe they just run at a solid 30 then. But I thought they actually go sometimes a little bit above it. That's what they did in Bundle Welcome Tour. Imagine that game is your first experience. Yeah, maybe that's the reason why. I think it still should have been in there. Because Astro's Playroom, that's a much better game. Or at least we think it's a much better game. And I never even played that. Like, I didn't even know it was there. I didn't even know Astro's Playroom was part of it. Actually, no, wait, no, I did. I played it. Never mind. Never mind. Sorry. The VR game. Or what was the one on the PS4? I don't think I knew about that one. Didn't that come bundled with the PS4? I didn't play that one. I played, what did I play first? I played The Last of Us. Yeah, I'm going to try to get the Mario Kart bundle. Fast Fusion. Oh, yeah. I gotta check out Fast Fusion. Gotta check out. Because that's going to be the 4K 60. So we got to check out Fast Fusion as well. Let me read what Andre says. Streaming the pre-orders. Yes, I'm streaming the pre-orders. Yes. Yeah, if you don't get one tomorrow, guys, your backup can just be going to GameStop and just hanging out at GameStop early in the morning. So just go there and hang out, and you'll probably be able to get one. So if I don't get one, I'm gonna head over there like at 6 a.m. and I'm just gonna wait out. I'm just gonna take Xenoblade X. I'm just gonna head over there like at 6 a.m. and go get one. So. So I was gonna send my wife, but she said that's a little bit too early for her. She said that she'd go, but she said that's a little bit early for her. So I said, okay, that's fine. Let me just, how about this? Like, I'll just go myself. You know, you take care of the boy. So she said, okay, that's fine. But she said she'll go for me if I really need to. But I thought it would be at the same time though. I thought it was gonna be like tomorrow morning, so then I can send her to GameStop and I can stay home and pre-order. But since it's tomorrow. Oh, no, sorry. I thought it was going to be Thursday morning. All the pre-orders go live. But since it's staggered here in the West Coast, it's going to be tomorrow at 9 p.m. PT for me. So I don't have to go to because GameStop isn't going to have it, right? In-store pre-orders. You got to wait for tomorrow when they open by 11. So yeah. Let's see. I'm pretty sure they locked out. Running that Switch 2 will still give them higher res, higher end. We'll see more consistent 1080p at least. Okay. They should at least bundle Welcome Tour with the standard 450 Switch. That's just me. Yeah, they should, but they're not. So I mean, it is what it is now at this point. I agree. Mario Kart would definitely gonna be the first game I boot up. I'm more looking forward to whatever story base game they release afterwards because I don't want to no life Mario Kart. I don't know. What other games are you got? Anybody else gonna pick up any third-party games? I'm gonna pick up Bravely Default. So I'm gonna launch for me is probably gonna be I'm gonna get obviously Mario Kart. I'm gonna get Bravely Default, and I think I might get, I don't know if I'm gonna get Cyberpunk. I'm gonna get Bravely Default though. I know for sure I'm gonna get Bravely Default, but we'll see what else I get. I might wait a little bit and then get some games a little bit later. I might wait and not, because like I can't play everything at launch. Like I'm gonna be playing Mario Kart a ton, but I'm probably just going to get Bravely Default and Mario Kart at launch. Those are probably the two games. And then it's like I won't have time to play everything. Maybe I'll get Cyberpunk, maybe not. I'm still on the fence on $70 Cyberpunk, but we'll see. I already bought that game, so I don't know. Room Factory. Ooh, yeah, Room Factory is another good one. Room Factory is looking pretty good. I just don't know if I'm gonna have time to play with Bravely Default. So I think I'm gonna roll with Bravely Default first and play that as my single player game, you know. And then like I'll play Mario Kart most of the time. So yeah. Let's see. Do you know if they're fixing Bravely Default's endgame? I love the game, but man, that was rough. I think they're gonna fix it. I think they're gonna fix that. I mean, they've had 10 years now, so I don't think they're gonna make you loop that thing over and over and over and over. So yeah, I think they're gonna fix it. We'll see though. I'm almost positive they're gonna fix that last part of the game because they've made so many changes. You know, they've made so many changes. So I'm guessing that last part. And the game looks beautiful. The game looks so good. Have you guys seen the Bravely Default trailer? I mean, it's still a 3DS game. Default HD, like, but it looks so good. I think we can watch it in like 4K-ish. Flying Fairy HD remaster. I think it's going to be exclusive for now, right? I don't know if it's going to be... Okay, it's that 1080p 60. They don't have it in 4K, so I'm guessing it's going to be a 1080p game. Then that's fine. 1080p 60. It was I think it was 480. It was 240p 30 frames per second with some dips on the 3DS. So they've never re-released the game. This is the first ever re-release of Bravely Default. So let's check it out, man. But it's looking really good. I'm very, very excited for this game. I think it's going to be good.
But first, I just need to hear it from you. Say that you'll stay till the very end.
That's completely redone. That first part. I think it is. So yeah, you can definitely tell 3DS textures, right? But it's running at a good frame rate.
They found new hope in your words.
I'm not her captive, and she poses no threat. I'm here of my own free will.
And playing escort is my job.
It's all that I can do. The only thing for it is to see for myself.
From this day hence, I shall be your sword.
I've seen enough death to last a lifetime.
So please, save this world, Agnes. And to do that, to fill the great chasm, all 4 crystals must be awakened.
Let's see the updates. Music is God tier. Lux and Dark. Brings back the memories, man. The job class system in this game is goated. There's so many different classes. It's like old school Final Fantasy. Gotta speed it up. Look, they really put that crusty 3DS version, bro. Yeah, that's actually how it looked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it was good. It was on a tiny screen, so I mean, obviously, it looked a little bit better. But yeah, if you blow it up to like a monitor, that's how it looked, man. That's how it looked. look at Air. Oh my God, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Some of the homies. That's mouse-controlled minigames. Okay, I didn't know about that.
Of hope.
They added some new mouse-controlled minigames.
Now.
I've come this far with you. I've stuck with you until now.
Well, there's your answer.
Please, give me the courage.
Launch day. The only thing that I don't like, it's a game key card. I wish they didn't cheap out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. So I'll probably buy that as like my single player game. I'll have Mario Kart as like my multiplayer game. You know, so there'll be something for. I might get something else though. There's a lot of other games. I think I'm gonna get Split Fiction. I think Split Fiction. I'll probably check out Split Fiction as well. So I'll probably go with Mario Kart World, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster, and Split Fiction. I think those are the 3 games that I'll get at launch. So yeah, I'll have plenty to play. I don't remember it being so pixelated. The thing about it is that it runs at 240p, right? So it's definitely pixelated. but it's on a small condensed screen. So since it's on a small screen, you don't notice the jaggies. The lower the resolution, the more you'll notice it on the bigger the display. If something has a low resolution, if you put it on a tiny display, it's not as noticeable. But if you have a 240p resolution and you blow it up to like a monitor, so what they did to make it look better there, they took the original game and they blew it up to way bigger than what you'll actually see it at. Like if you played the game on a TV, right? So if you played Bravely Default on a TV, that's what they did. Now, obviously, if you play it on your 3DS, it's not going to look like that. And if you use the 3D feature, it looks a little bit sharper since it like puts two together and gets you like a 480p or whatever. But like the screen is that is true. That's how the screen it looks, you know, but it's on a smaller screen, so you can't quite tell. But what they did, like I said, yeah, what they did is they blew it up to like a bigger TV, and yeah, that's how it looks. It looks jaggy. There's jaggies if you look real close at it, because that's how a lot of 3DS games look. But yeah, when you're playing it, you don't really see it like that, but you can see that it's like, oh yeah, it's low resolution, you know. A lot of 3DS games relied upon art style to hide the fact that the resolution was so low. I mean, and you know, you know, hindsight's always 2020, you know, but I think Nintendo probably should have just went with like a straight up more. Probably should. My boy's like, yeah, they should have went with that. Sorry about that, guys. They probably should have just went with like a straight up more powerful system, and then just like add in some other gimmicks like with the touch screen and stuff like that. But the fact that they went with you know, like they tried the 3DS gimmick, like the 3D, but it ended up not working out for them because kids, 3D can damage your eyes. So I think they had some PR problems right there, you know. So yeah, that was the problem there with the 3DS, is that like they had to literally tell kids, don't use the main gimmick of the 3D. Like imagine like the Switch 2. Hey guys, don't use the switching feature of the Switch 2 or it's gonna damage your eyes. Think about that for a second. The main feature is 3D, but don't use it. Your eyes are gonna get jacked up. Like that just. Then they ripped it out. They completely ripped it out of the 2DS. Like, oh, kids buy this instead. It's like, it was just a problem from the very beginning. So yeah. So I think in hindsight, Nintendo would have definitely not. If they can go back, they would have definitely not made a 3DS. They would have made it just, hey, look, this is a Super Nintendo DS or something, or Nintendo DS2. They would have called it like Nintendo DS something, or like Super Nintendo DS, or Ultra Nintendo DS. They would have called it that and just made it like maybe like as strong as a Vita, or like slightly less than a Vita, and then just made it so like there's a more advanced touchscreen controls, maybe some haptics built into the touchscreen, you know, maybe add some stuff like that, add an extra analog stick. They would have just made it more of a gamer system, then of course still have all the cool, cool features that the 3DS had, you know. So yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, GameCube NSO. Yeah, GameCube NSO. Yep. Hey, what's up, Psycho Pie? Welcome. Size marker. I'm probably gonna get Hades 2. Ooh, yeah, Hades 2. Is that that's a launch game? Is it just me, or is all Square Enix Remix remasters that's not FF on Switch? Switch 2 been kind of mess. Still excited. Bravely Default remaster though. All Square Enix remasters that's not FF. Or, I'm not sure. What other games are we talking about here, Monato? OJ, could there be a dock 2 compatibility with Switch 1? No. Nintendo says that you can't do cross-compatible, from what I understand. No, but we'll see. It might still work, to be honest. It might actually still work. Okay, hey, how's it going? I don't think you could be on screen, huh? No, he's too young. Hi there, son. How are you? He busted. But you're a little bit too young to be on screen. Maybe later. That man busted in with this toy and was like, "What's up, Dad?" He came busted in, man. He busted in like freaking Kool-Aid Man. Like, oh yeah, I'm here. Yo, let's go. Shout outs to the homie. Little AJ, he's the best. Yeah, he's trying to join in, man. He's trying to join in. So no, he's a little bit too young. I don't want him on. You know, like I said, I got weirdo banana guys and, you know, people trying to do weird stuff, you know, so I ain't trying to have them have ammo to use in their vids and stuff like that, man, because they don't care about your family. They don't care about none of that. So they be acting weird as hell. So I ain't trying to have my boy on social media or anything like that. Maybe when he's older, you know, maybe like when he's like maybe like 3 or 4, something like that. Maybe when he's older, but not when he's still little. So yeah. So my son does that to me all the time when I'm on my work calls. Yeah. Too many weirdos out there, man. I mean, if people weren't so weird, then I would. Like, I got hella pictures and I got stuff with me, you know, with him, and he's came in here before. But if people didn't start, like I said, acting super weird and things like that, maybe I would. But people acting really weird, so yeah, exactly. Keep them off social media as long as possible, you know. Maybe later though, maybe later. I'll let y'all see him at some point. Maybe when he's older and like he can actually like say what's up and all that, you know. Like the other day, not the other day, but like a while ago, my nephews were on stream. I'm not opposed to it, but my nephews were on stream. But they're both older. Like my nephew Owen, he was like 4 or 5 I think you guys saw him. Or no, how old was he? He was like 3, and then the other one was like 2 or 4, maybe 4 and 2. I forgot. Either way, yeah. My sister didn't care, so she didn't mind it. They'll using. Oh yeah, people will use family members. People they do not care about your mental health. They don't care about your mental health. A lot of these guys are ruthless, man. All they care about is their YouTube revenue. So they'll use your kids, they'll use your family, they'll use your wife, they'll use, you know, they'll try to dox you. Like, there are a lot of really weird people out there, man. Some people think that Mario Kart World looks bad and outdated. Nintendo Switch 2 for not real, true next gen. Most people care about powerful graphic specs. Mario Kart World looks incredible. If you compare it to Mario Kart 8, it looks significantly better than Mario Kart 8. So I'm not sure what people are talking about. I know it's called HD and not 4K, but do you think Bravely Default will finally run 4K docked? No. If it would have ran 4K docked, then they would have put a 4K trailer out. It's 1080p 60. Let's see here. Shinobi says, hey, right on, keep him. Yeah, okay, yeah. Shout outs. Just trying to crash the stream though. Has he accidentally bought a PS5 store game yet? No, because he doesn't have access to my PS5, so he's not accidentally bought anything yet. So I also have a pin code. Whenever if anybody tries to buy something on like my PS5, like a pin code will show up, and I'll also get like a two-factor authentication. So nope, not yet. He hasn't played anything yet. He just looks at his tablet. He just has a tablet. Or iPad. So yeah. Let's see how ironic some of these fanboys say it's morally correct to pirate Nintendo games. Actually, I don't have morals when it comes to other people's. I don't care about people. People can say whatever they want with pirating. That's their thing. I don't really care. So yeah. What's up, Jumpmon? People have said that Jake Randall has helped them securing a PS5 pre-order. Jake Randall's awesome. He's one of the best places to go if you want to help secure a pre-order. He's going to be streaming too, so yeah, his stream is going to be very valuable as well. But yeah, Jake Randall's also really good. He's a really good place to go. I like Jake. He's actually a homie, man. I've worked with him before, so yeah. Yeah, Jake was awesome, man. Jake's been really good, really good. Really good. So yeah. If you guys have not watched my most recent video, check out my most recent video. I talk about Nintendo Switch 2, the sales exploding in France, what's going on there, the pre-orders. So that video's up. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. Wrap this one or this stream up. So if you haven't seen my most recent vid, there's the vid right there. Open it up, put it in your watch later. We had a great stream tonight. I want to say thank you guys so much for the combo breaks. We went even further beyond. It was a great 3 hours, just flew right by, man. That stream just flew right by. So thank you to everybody that came through. Remember, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. ET, 9 p.m. ET, 6 p.m. PT, 9 p.m. ET. It's going on. It's on like Donkey Kong. It's down and around town. We doing the Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order stream. Be there or be square. 9 p.m. ET, 6 p.m. PT. We're going straight through all the way to the start of the Switch 2 pre-orders. If you want to get a Switch 2, we are doing it right here. We are going to get it done. Or like I said, Jake Randall, I think he's going to be streaming. His stream's going to be lit with so many people. But if you want to hang out with me, get yourself a Switch 2, see what's going on, see what's popping, best actions to get a Switch 2, you guys can hang out with here, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait. We did this, I think, with the Switch 1. Yeah, we did it with the Switch 1, but the funniest thing with Switch 1 is that with Switch 1, Nintendo was like, hey guys, pre-orders are available right now. I'm like, they're available right now? They're like, yeah, they're available right now. Go get them. And it was like late, it was like midnight or something like that, like in the East Coast. It was like late, and we're like, okay. So then everyone just like went and pre-ordered it. Whoever wanted it just got one. Now, it wasn't until later when people started seeing, like, people thought it was gonna flop, but then people started actually buying it. They're like, oh, I want one. Oh, I want one. Oh, I can't get one. It was there available for you to get, and you decided not to get one. You decided not to get one. So we had a lot of people that did that. So it was really weird with Switch 1 because there wasn't as much demand. It only became demand when people, like, it got popular. Like, people pre-ordered it, and it did well at the beginning. So then people were like, oh, well, FOMO, right? I don't want to, you know, fear of missing out. So then all of a sudden it got popular. But this one is going to be way more in demand from the beginning. So we'll see how it works out, you know. I mean, chances are they'll probably make a Switch 2 Lite in the future that probably won't dock, but we'll see. We'll see, Vito. They always make a light system, so it's very likely that they make a light system because they always make a light system. Nintendo's not made a light system that's anything that's considered a hybrid or a handheld. They've never not done it in their whole history of the entire history of the company. So it's very likely they make a light system since they've done it every single time. Game Boy Pocket. I mean, Game Boy Advance, maybe you can say that one they didn't. I mean, no, they did. They made a micro. Game Boy Micro. The DS, DS Lite. You know, the 3DS, 2DS. 2DS, the little 2DS, regular 2DS. They've always made a smaller system. You know, Switch Lite. I mean, they've done it every time. So yes, the chances are they make another one. Yes. But with the dock this time around, no. I don't think that. What's the point of having a dock? The Switch 2 Lite with the dock. They're not going to make it with the dock. You know, they're not going to do it with the dock. If they do it, it's just going to be where it doesn't dock. Either you buy it not docked or you buy it with the dock, you know? So yeah, I don't think so. But anyway, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming out to the stream. Appreciate you guys. Love y'all so much. You guys are the GOATs. And we will see you guys back tomorrow night, 9 p.m. PT, 9 p.m. ET. 6 p.m. PT. We are going towards midnight in the East Coast to help get you guys a Nintendo Switch 2. So it's going to be great. Thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. Watch my video. If you haven't seen it yet, watch my vid. I think it's a great video. It goes over a lot of different Nintendo Switch 2 news and more. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate that. And we'll see you guys for tomorrow. And I'll have a video for you guys tomorrow morning as well. So that should be fun. All right, guys. Love y'all. Peace. Oh, and shout outs to all the people that dropped donos. Big love to Roshdom, everybody that dropped donos, Benz. Big love to Shaw X, Justin, Culture. Thank you guys so much. And all the Elite Ninjas, Aries. Thank you guys for all the memberships. Nick93, Deported Sicilian. Thank you guys so much. R. Stallworth, Shay, Shaw X, Dean, Leonardo Mario, George FT, Caitlin and Justin, Deported Sicilian, Andrew. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys. Rob Navarro. Thank you guys so much. Chocobo. Appreciate y'all so much. Thank you so much for the support. Dior. Thank you for the re-ups, memberships as well, guys. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for everybody who watched too as well. Thank you. Take care. We'll see you guys next time. Deuces. Love y'all. Go check out my video.